What's going on? It's your boy Nick, and I'm here with Kenneth Vienge,
What up?
Mike Seatown,
Yo.
and coming up shortly will be super producer Jalen, aka Doc. And you now tune in to another live episode of the Frames Per Second podcast. Happy Father's Day to everyone. We appreciate y'all joining us and taking the time out of your day to be with us. But y'all here for a reason. Y'all here to us review the latest DC. I think is it the last original DCEU film?
That's what they say. I don't know what the fuck they got
before the big
going on.
reboot.
Jalen came on.
Yes, so we're reviewing the last film from, I guess, the whole Zack Snyder or whatever kind of iteration of DC Comics film adaptations, with this one being The Flash starring Ezra Miller. Yeah. But before we get into that, before we get into that, I just want to let everyone know super chats are open. Please let us submit all your questions, comments, all that, one's got to goes and all that. We'll leave them open probably for like 40 minutes, so around 3:40 we'll close them out. But you just let y'all know super chats are open. I'll try to remind y'all every 20 minutes before we close it out. But yeah, we're finally here. This movie took about 2-3 years to come out.
It's been in pre-production since 2017, 2016. So yeah, I'd say 5 years.
Yeah, it's been a minute. It's been a minute. So I'm curious. After watching this, I'm curious to get y'all overall thoughts on this. So I'll start off with you, Ken.
Man, I haven't really even thought about it that much. I don't think it was bad. But unfortunately, I've watched a lot of CW Flash, so there were things that I couldn't get out of my head, so that's on me. But I thought it was all right. I've seen worse DC movies. I'll say it that way.
That's your review. I've seen worse.
I've seen worse DC movies, yeah.
What about you, Jay?
I'm pretty much on par with Kent. What happened? What's up?
I think the music's still going.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'll say this. Turn the music off.
Oh, it's not loud, but yeah.
Oh,
it's
okay.
fine.
I got you.
But you can still turn it off if you want.
Yeah. I'm on par with Ken, man. It's just okay. Literally just okay. It's not over the top, like, oh my God. Like I saw before it came out, people thought this was one of the trying to sell it. It's nothing that they try to hype it up to be. But I mean, if it was on again, I wouldn't be like, man, turn that shit off. I'd be like, oh, this is entertaining. Cool.
Mike.
I'll tell him turn that shit off. This looked like a CW show just on a big screen.
Really?
Yeah.
The CGI's on par, bro.
Whew.
Yeah,
CGI was.
I bailed out the Flash early, the CW version. I don't know. Did you ever watch?
I've never seen a single episode, and I don't plan on it.
we're not
But
missing
I've
it,
seen
yeah.
the trailers, and this looks as bad as them trailers. But I mean, as a story, I was entertained enough, but it wasn't bad. I guess I can agree with them too. It was okay. I would not watch this again. That's for sure.
Yeah, it was really, because like Jay was saying, like a lot of people or like a lot of celebrities, the talk around town was like, oh, this is the Flash movie that we've all been waiting for.
I ain't been waiting. That's
this
the
is
problem.
this is a great rollout, like for James Gunn's iteration of DCEU or his version of it. It got a lot of hype. It made you forget. They were trying to make it seem like it was going to make you forget about all the Ezra Miller's side outside of the,
Well, then they shouldn't have made references to it. They're talking about him drugging people and shit. Wasn't he really doing that in real life?
something like that. He was doing some crazy shit. They made it seem like this was gonna be better, to make you forget about all that, and this is gonna be a great start of DCEU.
Nah.
I thought this was, it's not even super alright, even though it's a superhero movie. It's alright. Because the story didn't mean it. It felt like
You said it was a flash in the pan. Sorry. I'm sorry.
it was just. It did feel like this didn't mean nothing. It felt like a long ass CW episode. It did feel like that. Like, especially when you get to the end, it's like, all right, what the fuck? But there's some good parts. There's some really good parts in it. I'm not gonna say it's completely trash, but overall, I'm cool on it for real.
Yeah, I'm with y'all, but I could watch it. It's because it's a superhero movie that I don't care that much about the storyline. And I guess the other thing is I'm giving it Bell is because a lot of DC films haven't been that even good. This one didn't feel trash, and so maybe
Yeah,
that's pretty much. It's
You're
a low
great.
bar. Maybe that's really what it is. It's
You're
a
great
low
on the
bar for
curve.
DC superhero films. So it's just like it wasn't trash. It is disappointing knowing. Now I did say I'm not a DC person as far as like knowing it through and through. But what it was supposed to be adapted from, it is disappointing to see like it didn't take it as far as it could have from the Flashpoint comics. So, but hey, stick to what you know, I guess.
Yeah, I was expecting Flashpoint. This was not it.
Yeah.
Because this film starts off with us seeing Barry Allen running late for work, but he has to stop and get something to eat to fuel up for the day. I did have a question about like, were y'all surprised this movie even came out based off of all the allegations and stuff? Because we're seeing that even with like these superhero movies and how much money and marketing goes into it, that they are willing to take people out and reboot and retcon.
What
shit.
did he do? Because I didn't keep up with the story. I know.
He choked a woman.
Okay.
Then he got arrested for sneaking in a person's apartment. Then they said he was grooming like a 12-year-old. Like
That's the one thing
he's
yeah.
out here. Oh, I'm sorry.
Well, they.
My bad.
They
My
are,
bad.
yeah.
That wasn't intentional. They are out here really doing some fucked up shit, and the fact that they were still able to make this movie is kind of like
And be on the
okay.
red carpet.
Yeah.
It's just, I don't know. Again, it's just like, just go get the people who run the movies. I don't understand that. Like me from the TV show, I think, if they wanted to make a pivot, he has been the Flash for the last 9 years. So
Yeah, but I
it's
think
hard to do that.
it's-
But I get it.
But he's not a movie star, or he hasn't been in.
No, he could have been fine. Like this, it's not like this movie required. Like he's been playing the role for years now.
Yeah, but
But anyway,
he's
that's-
CW Flash.
Yeah,
No, bro, he
it's a
could
continuity.
translate. He could translate. It's not like Ezra was that amazing.
I mean, in a way, I get what you're saying because the DCEU has continuity issues, period. But at the same time, I think it's a bit of branding. Like this movie has been sold from the beginning with him,
Yeah, no, I get it.
and he's a good. I mean, right? They are a good actor, and that is not intentional. And I apologize.
No, they were great as an actor. Like I believed them
Mm-hmm.
the entire time, but at the same time, I was like, man, you a grimy motherfucker though. You a grimy. Which I'm not afraid to say I didn't pay for this. I don't care if we get shut down. I didn't pay for this.
Hey, that's
A lot of
fine.
people
Hey,
say
let's
they did.
stand on
A lot of
that.
people
Listen,
say
I
they
ain't
did.
mad at it. I mean,
Sorry, who made this film? Like what studio is this?
Andrew Brashadi or something like that.
No, like the studio.
Oh,
Warner Brothers.
Warner
Yeah.
Brothers. Sorry, Warner Brothers. We'll never get advanced copies.
Yeah, I mean, I'm an AMC member, so it basically paid for itself.
What did y'all think about?
It is a good thing to have.
I need to get that.
Yeah, no,
It's
for real,
worth it.
bro.
It's worth it.
Like, yeah.
But Ken, what did you think about the opening of the film with Barry explaining his powers in a way and how they're connected to his diet?
Oh well, you talking about the whole sequence or just the beginning?
Just not the.
'Cause I mean, I already-
not the action shit.
Oh, okay. I think that's good to explain to people that don't know, but I do. So
Well, did you have to go into this movie knowing stuff?
Yes, and y'all lied like a motherfucker.
What
'Cause
did you
I
need
was
to know?
That his fucking there. Well, I can say his because his is Barry Allen.
Yeah.
That Barry Allen's fucking mother was killed by the father. I didn't know none of that shit.
You never
You
read
didn't
the
need to
comics
know
back then?
I did not read no.
Bro,
You didn't
nobody-
need to know that.
people don't read the Flash.
You
bro.
did need to know that. That was part of the. That was like the whole fucking premise of the movie.
I'm just
And
playing,
that's
y'all
the
don't
first
jump
time
on
it
me.
was introduced in this universe. You didn't need to know.
Oh
that.
really?
Yeah, you
So
didn't
they
need
never
to.
mentioned any of this shit before this
No.
movie.
They mentioned his daddy being in jail for killing his mom, but you didn't see how that played
It
out.
was just like a fart in the wind. It wasn't something
Oh,
that you needed
well,
to
that
know.
was that was in
weird.
Justice League.
Yeah,
was
it
in
was
Justice
a
League.
Well,
fart
that
in the
makes
wind.
this even worse because they made it seem like this was something that was already established. Because they just kind of dumped it on us like we already.
It's
supposed to know
established in
that.
his character arc, but not in any films that it was like, oh, this is what's going on. Like, nah, this is supposed to be his origin story, without being his origin story.
Wow. Okay. that makes this movie worse to me.
Really?
Yes. Because it I don't know, like we didn't get the emotional depth of the beginning of this happening. We just stepped into the story and this already happened. But the difference between like them doing it this way and then like you have Batman where we already know this shit happened was it almost felt like we were supposed to know this shit already, even if you hadn't read the comics. So I just assumed I had missed this in a movie.
The way of
Right.
explaining it here was the explanation.
Wow, that's
Yeah,
interesting. Okay, okay.
Yeah, because they do gloss over a lot of like his powers and like how he does stuff.
They try to use him like getting his other self getting powers to
Yeah,
describe
it's
his origin.
Yeah, it's an origin movie. So, and that's what I took this as, and that's why they wanted to open with the whole fuel thing. Him needed to eat or he'll run out of energy, sort of thing. So, but my thing was she threw you the candy bar and you didn't get it. Am I the only one that was like annoyed by that?
I didn't even notice that.
Yeah,
Nah,
she was
I
like,
was with him.
Yeah, it was just
threw it
like
at him.
I was like,
He just-
nigga, it's there now. Go ahead.
he
and eat
threw.
it.
It was on the ground. He did this whole thing, and then he took off. It was like, bro, you asked her to throw you the candy bar. If you would have ate the candy bar before you got to the action scene, you would have been fine. Eat the fucking candy bar. What you asked for? I hate when they do that shit in movies.
Yeah.
Mike, I want to talk to you because we didn't see Barry turn into the Flash and go help Batman. That's the whole reason why he has to, be late for work and miss out on his, well, not miss out on his sandwich, but almost miss out on his sandwich being made to help Batman out with his Gotham City issues. Have you ever seen the Flash run like that?
I ain't never seen the Flash run. So no, I guess not.
You mean that goofy run?
Yeah, the shit like this. And
Yeah.
like,
Oh, I thought he was doing that. What's that dance that they used to do?
you talking about the little Uzi?
He
No,
runs
it
like
looks
that in that version of running is in the CD show. It's goofy as hell.
It's in the CW show.
Yeah, which I was surprised they still took that. So yeah,
He looks stupid as fuck.
very
He looks stupid as fuck.
You're
Like
right.
there's no need for this.
I think it's
unnecessary.
based off my interaction with Flash fans and the comics I've read, it's very much tied to science. A lot of the shit that they talk. You can tell in this film they make references of why he like stuff he has to do because of science behind it, like the physics behind it and stuff like
Did
that.
they explain why he lived getting shocked by a fucking lightning bolt there? If we want to talk about science. Twice.
I get what y'all saying. So I'm assuming there's some science reason why he started that way, because they were really in the camera trying to prove to you like there's a reason why he's doing this. Like we should know why he's in this stance as opposed to the normal stance. But I didn't have any problem with it. It was just like, oh, I don't know what that means. Cool, whatever.
I didn't have a problem with it either because I expected the Flash to look fucking stupid. I expected everyone in this to look stupid, and they all fucking
Because of
did.
the production history.
Because it's DC, because I saw the trailer. Even though the trailer had me hype, they still look stupid. But I wasn't, it didn't bother me. It was just like, God, he looks goofy. Okay, next.
they revealed too much in the trailer.
They really did.
You really
They
watched
really
the movie
did.
if you watched the trailer.
I wasn't shocked by anything. That was a big disappointment. They could have hid some stuff. And the shit that they did hide, I was like,
gives a
bro,
fuck?
you should have left that out.
Yeah, I was like, who cares about this shit at all? Which brings us to the action sequence that he runs to in Gotham City, where we see Ben Affleck's Batman is still alive and well in this universe. Jay, what did you think about his action scene?
I never got the hate for Ben Affleck as
I'm with
Batman,
you.
bro. I never got it.
I'm with you.
I never got why people hated him so
Didn't they
much.
say he was too buff?
I don't know.
Ben Affleck
buff?
is buff?
I don't know.
Well, when
They
his
said in
Batman,
his suit.
his suit was like too
Yeah,
big.
he was big in his suit as opposed to like most iterations. But I mean, I never really got it. I thought like his Batman is supposed to be an old, brooding. Like I've seen a lot. Like I've been through a lot, and I'm trying my best, like Batman. And so that even showed more in this film. So, but I was fine with it. I was definitely fine with it. Even him being in like the blue. Although his suit was more blue than black. That's sometimes in the comics he shows up in a blue more dark blue than black. So I fuck with it. I fuck with everything that he gave as Batman in this film.
Ken, did you believe Batman could get carried through a whole highway of traffic
No,
in a suit?
no, and I was looked like at some point he should have wrapped around something the way he was being dragged around. So yeah, I didn't buy that. But I thought the action was fine though. You know, with them coming out of the car and jumping on the thing. But yeah,
You ain't fuck with it, Mike?
I fucked with him beating people up. I didn't fuck with him talking. Like when he was coming out the plane and on the bike, I was like, oh, this shit is dope. And he's spinning around and all that. Even when he was on this little rope sliding through whatever, I was fine with it. But once they got to the point where he was like trying to have a conversation in the bat suit, I was like, bro, this is stupid. Like when Wonder Woman showed up, I was like, no, I don't need this.
But you know, but you saw why though.
I
Right?
know, I saw why because the rope was wrapped around. He tells the truth. It wasn't endearing. It wasn't funny. It was just.
It
dumb.
wasn't funny. No.
It just I like how Jalen said. I like the dark, brooding old man Batman. I loved him in Justice League. I still actually like that movie. But him in this,
The
I was
Zack
just
Snyder
like-
one, right? There's
Yeah, the long, fucking
one.
4.5 hour Roots version
Yeah.
of
The Ten Commandments version.
Yes.
You need 2 tapes.
I liked that one. But him in this, he was fine. He was fine. I just didn't like hearing him talk in the suit. He just looked stupid. Yeah. Not Christian Bale stupid, but he still looks stupid.
The Diana cameo was wow. That was
I'm
just so random.
sick of her.
That was
Why?
and then you heard
God, all
the,
that dumbass music and
Music now.
sick
I'm with
of
you on the
her.
music, but she as Wonder Woman. I fuck with Gal Gadot as Wonder Woman.
I mean, I might like her as a human, but when she shows up, I'm
Not
like,
a
fucking
human.
die. Jesus Christ. She's fucking annoying. The character, not the actor.
No, I got you. I know
character.
exactly what
I
you're
hate
talking
her.
about. But damn.
You didn't like the first woman.
Blah,
Wonder Woman?
blah, blah. Blah, blah.
But I really was wondering, like, I was like, Batman's in a fucked up situation here. How the hell are you gonna get out of this?
Yeah, I was thinking that.
So
too.
it make and you know, it's like comic books are all it's all about cameos. She must ain't got shit to do though.
She ain't got a goddamn thing to do.
remember she was upset. She was trying to sue them because they canceled all that shit that she had planned.
Yeah.
Cause she popping up in all the movies, bro.
Because it's not like you've seen her in Dick Else.
She about to be in the next Fast Furious.
I'm not surprised at all.
She
Came
coming
back.
back.
It's probably gonna have that same dumbass music.
She did have a weird cameo. It was similar to this. It was similar to this actually.
Jesus Christ.
It's just the
dude.
music, man. I fuck with her as Wonder Woman. You didn't like Wonder Woman, the first Wonder Woman?
The first Wonder Woman was fine, but I had the same problem that I have with most superhero people. Is she's too invincible and it gets boring. It's like nothing can hurt her. So I don't like her. I don't like Captain Marvel. I don't like Superman. They're boring to me. I like motherfuckers that are vulnerable.
Got you.
And that's why I kind of liked Flash in this. I was like, oh, he seems like he's not that powerful. He can get fucked up. The rest of these people is just like, get Wonder Woman the fuck out of here. I'm glad she left early.
Yeah, she did bounce.
Yep. After helping Bruce Wayne and Princess Diana stop the robbery from Al Falcone's terrorist group, Barry goes revisit his childhood home and remember his childhood memories with his parents before his daddy was wrongfully imprisoned for his mama's death. Damn. Mike, did they truly explain how she died?
Didn't she get stabbed in the chest?
But by what?
By a knife.
knife?
bitch.
No,
What the fuck?
I'm saying like, how did that happen? Because like the daddy wasn't there. The
No,
son was
to
out.
answer your question, no.
Like
Oh, that's what
how did she get stabbed?
I'm assuming someone came in and stabbed her.
But they never showed
No,
anybody.
they never showed it. It was an OJ situation.
That's what I was expecting to see. It was like somehow it was gonna be a fucked up movie where he had to kill his mama to get the time.
Well,
out of it.
that seemed like that's where it was going.
That's what
It
I thought
seemed
was
like the
it.
bad guy Flash was gonna, because he popped him and hit him into that other dimension or whatever. I was thinking that they were gonna reveal at the end that the crusty Flash was
we were talking about burnt
the
things.
burnt toast Flash. I thought they were gonna make it to where he killed her, but they never said who killed her. So I thought that was weird.
Yeah, yeah.
You watched The Flash, so I knew you at least knew.
Yo, I know, but
Was it the reverse slash he kills her?
Who's reverse? He just goes backwards.
That's a stupid name.
He do the moonwalk. That's how he.
Who's reverse? Okay, never mind. I don't care.
Yeah.
I don't care.
He
But,
got a yellow suit. Yeah.
Yeah, but he got a suit. But yeah, I think maybe they're clearly saving that part for something else. Yeah. So it's just
Oh, you think
like-
this is gonna have a sequel?
No.
Nah, because Ezra's out of here.
Yeah, I don't
From
think it's
what
gonna have a
read.
sequel, but I think maybe when they wrote it, they didn't want to reveal too much. Because I think that's part of a bigger storyline that they were hoping to get to.
Got it. That makes sense.
Yeah. So I don't think because the shit bombed this week.
Oh wow.
They were
Yeah.
expecting to get at least 75 million. They only made 55.
Ooh.
It's not doing
It's
well
not.
at all, bro.
So maybe I really should apologize.
Yeah. So
No.
it's not doing well at all.
Damn.
Yeah.
So I think the idea behind Warner Brothers with Ezra was, let's see how good it does. If people still come out, cool, we can use them. But I mean, I think between DC not being a good property right now and his allegations and what he has pleaded guilty to, what they have pleaded guilty to, it's just like nobody wanted to go and see this shit. I was gonna bail it out and say because 2 other films came out this weekend, but that's not the case. I can't even give it that.
I think the allegations against him really hurt this film. I think people I think people didn't want to pay for it.
I think that's why I was surprised he went to the red carpet. Or they went to the red carpet because they were exposed. Like they could have been asked any kind of question. I think they probably kept it like media tame. Like don't ask us too much shit because we got this movie to sell.
Yeah.
But it's really weird to have someone in this dealing with all that be the lead of a huge blockbuster franchise.
And he wasn't even allowed to promote the film. Jesus Christ. They were not even allowed to promote the film. It just seemed, after all of it, because before I was like, oh, I get why DC did this. They'd already made most of the movie. They already filmed it. They may as well just run with it. After all of this, after seeing it, I'm like, nah, y'all should have just went back to the drawing board and replaced him with somebody else. Y'all, I mean, they didn't really have the CG budget, but they should have just went and got somebody else to just fill in.
I just thought people were not interested.
Huh?
In the Flash.
No, because
they were selling Batman.
Hyped.
Yeah,
they were selling it because you had Michael Keaton showing back up. That's why I wanted to see it. I didn't give a fuck about the Flash, but I saw the trailer and I was like, oh shit, I'm Batman. I was like, oh, I'm here. I'm gonna go see this. But I didn't know jack shit about Ezra at the time. Yeah. And once I'm reading all of it, I'm like, oh wow, okay.
They were wilding big time.
Yeah. I can't see how they thought, they being Warner Brothers, I don't see how they thought this was gonna work.
Yeah,
because they've seen it happen. Like not as much as this has been, but they've seen people go through bullshit and people still go and support them. And I think it's still a DC property. You have Batman in it. You've invested a lot of money into it. You've been doing it. You've been investing it for years. It's like, let's just give it a try. Let's see what happens at this point. What do we have to lose? Because at the end of the day, this is supposed to be the last piece of the Snyderverse. But then the end of this movie just kind of throws all that shit out the window too. So I don't understand the thinking behind it. I was just curious to see how well it did because
it's
if
a big
this,
movie.
not even that, if this shit did good and it's not just a pivot to Marvel, because we can talk about this later. If it did well, what Marvel would have did with Jonathan Majors, because he only has one allegation right now, like one legal allegation
sure.
right now. So if the amount that they've like just moved away from Jonathan Majors, but they still would push Ezra. If he had a green light with this one, they would just be like, all right, we're just gonna keep moving forward with Jonathan Majors. So
yeah, for me, the biggest issue that I had, one of the biggest issues I had with this film is Barry's daddy having the worst lawyer in the world. How the hell did his alibi not stick? The timing. He got to have a receipt that says like I was at the store at this time. You don't have to have I know the camera would have helped, of course, but he got a receipt.
Who has receipts from gas stations?
It wasn't a gas station. It was like a little,
But that was
like a
way
grocery
back
store,
in
like
the
a
day, though.
Oh, you're right. It was a grocery store.
No, you throw receipts away. You're not keeping
He
receipts.
seemed like he would have kept the receipt.
He don't seem like a receipt keeper.
For some tomatoes?
Yeah,
That tomatoes.
especially
Even
my
for,
wife,
you know,
I gotta go to the store because my wife told me I gotta go to the store.
that was the thing. So Barry's Hispanic.
I guess.
Yeah, I guess.
I
In the
never knew the
comics?
Flash was Hispanic.
I'm fairly
Not
certain
in the
that
comics.
Ezra
He's white.
Ezra themselves, I'm pretty sure they're some sort of Hispanic.
Let me do that may. I was thinking like, is it because of them?
Probably.
I'm pretty sure it's them, but
Okay.
I don't think that in the comics. No, he's not in the comics.
In the
Because I
comics,
remember when I
he's
started
plain
reading the
ass white.
comics, I was mad because Wally West was black in some of the shows. When I went back and seen he was white in the comics, I got mad.
Ezra's father is Jewish and their mother is Dutch and German descent.
Okay, I don't know why the fuck they did that.
Trying to get people in, bro. Trying to get
That was-
people
they
in.
tryna- they
That
tryna-
representation, just trying to get people
You're
in.
right.
They trying to
right.
prop
They
people
even-
up for Blue Beetle. That's what it is.
Or even because they were even selling like their family dynamic as being Latinx, like having
Yeah.
that influence. I think it was just trying to get people in. They're just trying to add representation to add representation.
Did we skip over the scene of saving all the babies?
Oh,
Oh yeah, I did a little bit. Yeah.
I'm like, that's the start of the movie.
Yeah.
That was a good part for you.
No. The only thing that I thought was hilarious was the fact that like, why she throw the baby like that? I don't know if y'all
That
noticed.
shit was funny.
When she felt when she beat, it was like,
yes.
Would you not do the same
I
thing?
would do the same. You gonna throw the baby?
I'm
What else-
falling.
What else
I'm
is she
dying.
dropping the baby? But if she threw
She
that
threw the
motherfucker.
baby, bro.
I was more so thinking, if I'm falling and this baby ain't mine, and I mean at this point it's like the fuck, like I'm dying,
It's a
like I'm screaming,
baby.
like,
She threw it, Jalen.
I'm letting the baby
She
go.
did throw it.
letting
She
it
didn't
go,
let-
letting it go is one thing. She threw it.
I didn't see it as throwing. I just thought, she let the baby
I
go.
thought the force of her fly was just like, ah.
Nah.
Yeah,
That
like,
shit
oh my
had me
fucking god, I'm
dying.
falling. Like,
No.
I was dying.
As soon as I saw it, I was like, why did she toss the
It's
baby?
the first thing I said. Why is she throw the baby like that?
She tossed that baby, bro.
She really did.
She did. She did. She did. She talked to me like MJ. But not. I mean, that scene was just. It was very exaggerated. But I didn't think it was that bad.
I just
like the
have-
issue with CGI.
I
So
just
the
have
CGI was an issue for y'all throughout the whole thing.
No.
Nah, I'm used to it.
okay.
So
I didn't think it was that bad
bother
at the
me.
beginning. I didn't think the baby scene looked that bad. It was later that I was like, ooh,
That dog with the tongue was funny. Though, to me.
that shit could have gone.
But
That
it's
baby
just
was
like
bad.
I don't know. I have a problem with them slowing down people that are supposed to be fast. I completely understand why they do it, but it's just like because you want us to see what they're doing. But maybe slow it down and then just show us in a sped up way how they did. Because it's like I don't. It's just hard for me to just imagine like him just doing this stuff and it just everything lines up right.
Nah, that shit was dope because you like to think about it. Like in the time that he has to really, like, he's moving so fast, he has the time to think, look, and like really strategize. And he still went and got the food that he needed. That
I
shit
don't
was
know,
dope. It
man.
really showed how much you can do. Like, I was invested because especially after they fell through, I could see how fast they were falling. I was invested enough. They gave me enough to realize how fast he was going. For me.
It's just I don't know.
Did you not like it when Quicksilver did it in
No,
X-Men?
No, this has always
shit
been
was
a,
dope.
this has always been a thing
Oh,
with
okay.
me.
I got you.
But it's just like I thought maybe they would try to do something different. Like it's all these babies are spread out, like and he's running up, jumping on the stuff, and he's on the way up. These babies are falling. He goes to the snack machine and get him something. Touches one thing to go knock the baby. I don't know, man, bro. It's
I
just,
thought if he
it's
touched
so
something, that it
unbelievable.
would get like it could get a little bit fucked up because like they bring that up later in the movie when he moved. The younger version moves him and he throw up like a motherfucker.
It's only people that he's not supposed to move like that.
Yeah, and that's why he didn't touch. He didn't touch the babies really. He used other things to hit them and move them.
Oh no, he put that baby in the microwave. He touched that.
Yeah,
baby.
yeah.
That baby's
That's-
fucked up.
I thought that baby was gonna be explode or some shit.
That baby gonna come out looking like. Remember that movie Mask?
I used to watch that movie. That shit used to fuck me up. But
Carrey did that shit.
yeah, but I don't know. It was just weird. Yeah, unbelievable.
Well,
But I mean,
Unbelievable.
I know. It's just
not buying
made me believe some unbelievable
That's the
shit.
part that gets to me when somebody's like criticisms. They be like, "This doesn't look like." I'm like, "Bruh, this is a make believe ass story. Like they can do whatever the fuck."
But see,
they
the
want."
funny thing is when Quicksilver did it in Marvel, I was like, oh yeah, okay. When the Flash does it, I'm like, bruh. Wait a damn minute.
I don't know. Yeah.
Well, overcome by his emotions, Barry accidentally travels back in time. That phone call he had with his daddy, that was funny as hell. When I was in the theater where he was like, Daddy was like, "Look, nigga, give up. All right, I will be here for
He
a
was like he
minute."
never looked up. He was like, yeah.
No, but before that, when he was talking to Iris, like when Iris came, was like first when he went to work and then he left, and she was like a reporter. The girl is the reporter.
Yeah,
Oh,
she
the
was
black
trying to.
chick.
Yeah.
Her name's Iris?
Yeah, her name's Iris.
Iris
I was
West.
looking at it like it's kind of fucked up. You asked me like,
Why did you say it? Like that?
I didn't know. I never knew her name. I thought it was Tessa Thompson at first until they zoomed in. I was like, oh,
Did
it's not
sort of
Tessa
look like
Thompson.
Tessa Thompson.
It did.
Yeah.
Until they backed out with the camera.
She's like a Tessa variant.
Yeah.
They couldn't afford Tessa Thompson, so they got her. They go for the same roles, and they be like, "Oh, no, we go with Tessa."
Oh, they got Tina Thomas. I didn't give a fuck about their chemistry anyway.
Their chemistry was
it was the
was
chemistry was like
gone.
kind of fucked up, like how he was trying to defend his pops, and she was trying. She played the friend card at first.
Yeah.
And try to get the shit out of him. But because I knew it was Iris, I was like, that's kind of fucked up. You're supposed to be his love interest. And I'm like, yeah.
They
And
didn't,
we
they
thought-
didn't look like they go together at all.
Not at all. Not at all. This like Yeah, when I see Spider-Man with whoever, Tom Holland at least, I was like, oh yeah, I believe it. I believed him in Zendaya. I believed him in the girl from the front, the first one. I believed it. This one, I was just like, I'm not getting anything from this. She was probably too old for him.
Overcome by his emotions, Barry accidentally travels back in time to earlier that day and informs Bruce about it. But Bruce gives him warnings that don't do time traveling because it could fuck up shit. But he wants to save his mama. So when I was watching that scene, Mike, I was thinking about you because the question I had was like, is this a perfect example of why you don't like films that do the time travel multiverse shit? Because this is like a whole movie about that, about shit not really meaning nothing.
I was gonna get there at the end, but this movie is 100% why I fucking hate time travel movies. Because everything is fucking convenience. Like, you went back in time to knock him out of the time thing, even though he had to have gone through what you knocked him into to even get into the time thing to begin with in order for you to exist. So how did you know you needed to do that to make yourself exist if you didn't exist yet? It's fucking stupid. I hate this type of shit.
You made that way more confusing than it actually
Yeah, you really did.
But he tried to explain it at the end. He tried to explain
How
himself.
did he know he had to go back to knock himself out the way?
I just accept it. It's the Flash.
Well, no, I do accept it. It's fine because it's a stupid comic book movie. I'm just saying this. Nick asked me a question.
Yeah, I got you.
And I'm like, yes, this is why I don't like these kind of movies.
I got you. I just accept it because it's the Flash, and
You know about the Flash paradox too.
Yeah. So then I also was just looking at it. As soon as the villain came, I was like, oh, I know who that is. Like, as soon as he got knocked out, I was like, oh, so that's who the big villain is in it. And I was like, all right, cool. I knew exactly who it was.
Oh, I didn't know who it was. I was just like, okay,
As soon as who got knocked out?
the Flash.
Flash. When he went back in time and then he got knocked out.
Oh, I think I popcorn break.
Oh, okay. But to him talking to
me
Bruce
up.
Wayne, I think Bruce Wayne was trying to give him a warning because, like, in the original Justice League, remember, or not in the original Batman versus Superman, he talks to Flash in a timeline, telling him to do something. But
Oh yeah, Flash does come to him and be like,
yeah, that the problem with that movie in this movie is they never give. He should have just had his own origin story. You should have just been focusing on him. But you try to put all these other fucking elements in it, like, and you fuck up the story.
But that's how they kind of, well, that's the approach they took. But the Flash always plays around with time. Yeah. It's just, that's their thing. Flashpoint, all the other ones, whatever. That's what he's always going to do. It's all going to, the Speed Force, it's a recurring thing. So it made sense. I thought it was a good idea to use that as a storytelling tool to give people the origin story of, like, who the Flash is, why we got here, and how his powers work. So I think that kind of tracks with the movie and what they do with Flash. Like, why would you want to? Why? Because we've already seen him in all the other movies, running around and stuff. So you would have to actually go all the way back to the beginning and start over and introduce people to somebody they've already seen. It's like, you've already seen this guy. Here's him in action, and we're gonna use him running back in time to save his mom to kind of catch you up onto a guy that you already know.
You lost me like a
yeah, I was saying that story sounds garbage.
I confused you,
That's
and you confused me. So we both running back and forth in the time.
It's not my fault. It's the fucking Flash and this fucking time
It just-
travel shit.
Like, that don't sound like a blockbuster. I get what you're saying. That's what the movie was, but that don't sound like a blockbuster script, right?
nah,
Because the Flash is supposed to be the blockbuster script, but we've seen the Flash in Justice League and something else, fully fleshed out, running around, fully in control of his powers. So
Why
for
go
people,
back? Yeah.
yeah. So why start all the way in the beginning?
but that's the problem with this whole universe. This whole universe, that's been the issue from. They rushed every fucking thing. Like, we went from Man of Steel, Batman versus Superman, to the full blown Justice League. None of them fucking.
Oh, we got
shits
Wonder Woman
built.
in that too.
We got it after the fact.
Oh, I think she was after Batman.
Yeah, so that's been the problem. No one is really and then you try to make all these elements fit in everybody's movie, but it's like, nah, you should just start off with their origin story, then go to some big shit.
Well, we got 4 minutes left of the super chats. Make sure you get those in. Yeah, the Speed Force shit. Mike, did you like how that looked or the design of it?
Oh no, I thought that actually looked pretty cool.
Yeah.
Like when he was running real fast, when he ran from whatever to Gotham, I thought it looked cool. That actually made me think that this movie was gonna have decent CGI. They set me up, but yeah, it looked pretty cool. I mean, his running looked stupid, sure, but the little flash thingies behind him and him running over the water and stuff, I thought it looked good.
Even when he's like in the bubble of the Speed Force and like how it's, I like that.
No, that looks stupid.
You think that design looks
That looks stupid. That looked like some weird fucking Disneyland like VR thing. Nah, it looked goofy, but it wasn't enough to make me be like, oh, this is dumb. I hate this. It was like, okay, I expect this stuff to look a little silly. If you're over, like, if you really expect this to look amazing throughout, then you're setting yourself up for extreme failure. So I was walking in with a very low bar of how things were gonna look. So that didn't really bother me.
I had a medium bar because it took a while for this to get made. So I'm thinking that they're shit and trying to make it work. So when you look at it, it'd be like, bruh, Guardians look way better than this.
Yeah. A lot of things look way better than this.
Yeah. I'm with Nick. Based on the timeline that they had to get this done, it's like, well, I expect it to at least be decent. This shit wasn't even decent.
They haven't given us decent yet, though.
Yeah,
That's
it's
the
like, what are y'all
problem.
doing?
To my DC.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like Man of Steel.
Man of Steel was
Jesus.
Man of Steel,
I don't remember, to be
Man of
honest.
Steel ain't that bad, kid.
It's cool.
I,
It's-
I was
Man
not-
of Steel is trash.
Man of
bro.
Steel ain't trash.
I don't
bro.
remember hating it.
It's not.
That's what,
I don't like my Superman that way, but
How you like your Superman?
Hey,
Oh, Father's
Go
Day.
ahead and tell him. Go ahead and tell him.
y'all are fucking stupid, man.
He need to look like a man.
I need to see a Man of Steel.
what I'm trying
Man
to
of
say,
Steel. How hard is it?
what I'm saying is, you should be more optimistic, like more hopeful.
Oh, you don't like the dark kind of.
that dark brooding
Yeah.
type.
That was
And
realistic.
he ended up killing Zod at the end. That's not
Spoiler alert.
Well, shit, that movie 10 years old.
That shit 10 years old.
Yeah, somebody probably listening. But no, hey, that was a good ass scene though when he snapped that motherfucking neck to save the babies.
Yeah, I thought it was cool.
It was cool, but
It was the only resort. Niggas like, nah, Superman don't do that. Bruh, if Superman was in that predicament, he doing that. Otherwise, he ain't really Superman.
Oh, real quick, no, I don't think we said it, but no, this is not a spoiler-free review. We telling all the shit.
Yeah, when you listen to
so
the
if you haven't
podcast-
seen it, make sure you go
Frames
somewhere
does
else.
not do spoiler-free reviews.
No,
You
no.
got 5 minutes in. And
So
that's it.
you're warned. If you have not seen the movie, please leave and come back after you've seen it.
We do not believe in spoilers.
You can go back in time and we'll still be live in some way, shape, or form. just hit him with this.
Hey, I'm gonna see some white boy doing that one day.
Killing it. Killing it.
Going dumb fast. He gonna beat all the Jamaicans in the.
I'm gonna trick FIFO with it next time I see him. Like, I'm going real fast, FIFO. Real fast, so fast you can't tell what I'm
You'll
doing.
be like that
Oh,
TikTok
shit.
fast as fuck, boy.
Oh man.
Oh man. But as we mentioned, Barry returns to the present after going through the Speed Force because he got knocked out by some other speedster. It ends in an alternative 2013 timeline where his mother's alive. Did Barry and Barry have good chemistry?
Wait, what?
The two Barrys.
I didn't like the Goofy Barry. So, I mean, I suppose. Damn.
He was what was you about to say?
I don't think I want to know.
I can come back to you.
It was they talking to them, so it just Damn it, Nick, why'd you
But now I was just asking because they are. It's a majority of this film. He's talking to him, like Barry is talking to himself in a younger version. Like, but that's a lot of scenes though. That's interesting how they shot it. But did they actually like have good chemistry?
I thought it was done well. I thought you could tell the difference. And I think it was interesting that Barry could find how annoying he is to other people through seeing himself. Like, because Barry, in a way, and it's not the same, so y'all don't take it literal. Barry is a jokester in a way like Spider-Man, like in the comics. He like jokes around, talk like it's just joking, trying to talk shit to the villain while he's fighting them. So for him to see how like other people like villains and also like other heroes see him, like this is how I act. Like this is how immature I am when shit is seriously happening. That was very interesting to see throughout the film. So I enjoyed it. I thought Ezra did a good job in that aspect of the film.
Would you agree, Mike?
I agree 100%. That was the best part of this film to me. Is I was amazed at, and that's where all the CGI budget went. Clearly,
Yeah, it did.
Because that looked great. Anytime I saw Barry, older Barry, talking to younger Barry, I was like, "There's two people." They really did a great ass job with that. But again, it was very clear that they spent most of the budget on that because that was the only thing that actually had me believing this. Everything else pretty much took me out. But I thought, and that made me see partly why DC kept Ezra around.
Yeah.
Because they're clearly a great actor.
Yeah.
To be able to pull that off. I've seen that in plenty of shit. And for me, it's never been this believable.
Gemini Man.
It's never been this believable.
That's what I'm saying. Will Smith tried to do it,
And it wasn't good, Nick.
It wasn't good
At all. At all. It looked fucking ridiculous. It was a floating head on somebody else's body. I didn't
Did you
get that.
you ever see
I didn't finish watching. No, I watched about maybe 15, 20. I was
you gotta finish it, bro.
No, I don't. I ain't got the number. Stay black and die. I'm not watching that.
You're a Gemini too, ain't you?
Yeah, no, I'm not a Gemini man. Y'all have that shit. But no, I thought the Barry scenes were actually really, really well done.
Yeah. What did you think about the power scene where he transfers his powers in a way to his younger self? Did you enjoy that?
That for me was, I mean, comic book movies are predictable in general, but that was very, very, very predictable. Where I knew that he was going to lose his powers. Is that what you're talking about when they were in the chair and it went through him or whatever? Yeah, it wasn't that cool to me. The only thing that was actually pretty funny was when he was trying to
run,
and he was running around in normal speed.
He saw how stupid he looked doing.
I was crying.
Me too.
I was crying, and that's why I was like, man, this motherfucker's actually a good actor. That shit had me dying laughing.
I remember them from Perks of a Wildflower. They stood out to me in that movie, and ever since then, I'm like, okay,
The fuck is Perks of a Wild?
You know, it's
Some
based off a
Lifetime
book.
movie?
It's based off a book. Nah, it sounds like it's a Lifetime movie, but it's not. But they did a really good job in that. So I always knew they had the good acting chops.
It's a hippie selling pills in the club.
Is that what it is?
You know what I liked about him not having his powers and doing that run is that, like, it really showed how goofy that run looks.
Yeah,
in slow mo. So, but that shit was funny. Everybody was in tears on that one.
Ken, did you like the scene where the younger Barry started going crazy in the city once he got his own powers?
Oh yeah, that makes sense because if it is his personality, you know, him being young and goofy and I guess hippie rocker or whatever he's supposed to be, punk kid, I suppose. I don't know, but yeah, that makes sense. He just got these powers. He's running around and he doesn't know how to use them. So I think this whole thing of, like, as the viewers who don't know anything about the Flash, this is like how his powers work and everything works with them. Mm-hmm. So I thought I did like this part in just being able to kind of explain it or introduce people to the Flash. So.
Yeah, I did like that part, but then it kind of gets cut short a lot with the next villain that we see, because there's probably like, what, 2 to 3 villains in this movie. We seeing General Zod again, since we're in 2013. I guess it's that.
So this supposed to be the Man of Steel?
Yeah, it's Man of Steel timeline.
Yeah. Okay.
With somehow, some way that everybody was there, but no one helped them out.
No one helped.
But they
him
were
out.
saying Flash was there.
Superman.
No, because remember they said that there's no superhumans in this
in this
world.
universe.
Yeah, we thought it was supposed to be the movie we saw, but it wasn't, right?
What they were trying to say is that because Barry went back in time, he fucked something up that Superman never comes to Earth.
He got killed on the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, but okay, so not just so in a completely different time.
But in his
Basically,
but in his timeline, he was there. He saved the little.
He was
kid.
there, right? That's
That's what I'm saying. He was there, and Bruce was there.
But he wasn't in the movie.
They just mean like in the
Yeah,
other
they retconned
movies
it.
he was in that timeline.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think this is supposed to be an alternate timeline.
Yeah.
It still has Zod.
No, I'm saying Zod is. Yeah, I'm saying like in the Man of Steel movie.
Yeah.
What we find out in BVS is that Batman was there. he saw all the carnage.
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
And then in this movie, we find out when Ezra's character Barry, the old Barry,
He was
said-
there, but he
said
was saving people
Yeah, he
and
was
not
saving
helping the
people.
Flash, which I think is what you were saying.
But I was thinking, I was like, if that's what 3 out of the 5 Justice League members.
Superman got it,
Good point.
but I understand.
Wait, what do you say? What
He's
is,
trying to say that basically none of the Justice League members help Superman.
oh, in the
Fight
real
God.
movie
Yeah.
time? Oh, I
Yeah.
got
Yeah,
you. I
but
got
that makes
you, I
sense
got
too. You got a whole bunch of Marvel films. Well, shit should be happening. Captain America took on Shield, and Iron Man didn't show up because he's doing something else. Like that shit happens.
That's a pretty comic book.
A comic
Yeah,
book
but I'm
book
like, but they
accurate
happen.
thing.
They were. That's like in the city, right? This is happening at the same time. Everybody right there.
But they show. I mean,
It
Batman
made
saved
sense.
one child, and Flash said he
Yeah.
just got his powers, so he wasn't
Saved
gonna
a
be
child,
able-
let
he
her
saved a
dad
child.
die.
That's all he could do because he didn't know what else to do.
Yeah,
That makes
I
sense.
had no problem with
He let
that.
their
I get what
dad-
you're saying though.
Yeah.
Dad down Father's Day
Damn,
weekend.
crushed by a rock too.
Jay, what did you think about seeing Zod again?
I didn't really care because he wasn't even there long enough. He ain't do shit. Ain't do a fucking
Shit, he
thing.
beat the shit out of Superwoman.
Yeah, that
Oh,
was
did.
tough. That was tough. But I'm talking about when he first showed up. And like he ain't like he really said shit. He ain't really. If he would have came in breaking shit immediately and just like showing his power, I was like, oh, they made Zod look even tougher now. But he just showed up for the time being.
Why Zod though, as the main villain for
Budget.
Flash? Okay,
Probably and something familiar in the DCEU.
I feel like Michael Shannon, that's his name, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He deserved way better than this.
He got
Like,
checked.
He's,
That's it.
he's an incredible actor, and he was, to me at least, was one of the best parts of Man of Steel because
Yes.
he's fucking great.
Yes.
And for them to just CGI his head on some random thick dude's body, it wasn't necessary. If you're gonna do all that shit, just get somebody else, or just give him enough money to actually be there. But I don't get why they went this route. It was weird.
It was just something familiar. That's really all it was.
No, I'm saying like I don't mind that they put Zod in it. I don't know why they did it this badly.
Oh.
Because he didn't. I don't remember him looking bad in Man of Steel.
Oh, no.
He looked fine, but
Yeah.
in this, when he comes walking out, you can clearly see it's not even lined up right. Like his neck is here. It's bad, and it's like if I can see this, how can none of y'all see this? How did y'all release this? This movie doesn't look like it's finished. It looks like they're still working on it.
It's been a lot of reshoots too.
This is like a Kanye album. Like, I feel like they need to go back and redo it like 6, 7, 8 times.
This is Donda Comics.
This was Donda, yes. I was like, what the fuck is happening here?
Yeah, I mean, but overall, you said you didn't mind his presence. You just didn't like
No,
the way he
I
looked.
like Zod. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I like Zod as a character, and I can't remember the woman that he's with, the little sidekick woman
Oh
that's
yeah,
real
when
fast.
she was fucking.
Oh
up.
yeah,
Female
she
Flash,
was. Yeah.
I like her too.
Yeah,
So I was like, oh, this is cool. I like Zod. I was really interested to see how Zod interacted, from the trailers at least, interacted with the female Superman. So I was hype on Zod.
Yeah. Because trying to stop Zod, Barry attempts to assemble the Justice League, but it's unsuccessful because
don't
alternate
exist.
timeline.
They don't exist.
They don't exist. Victor Stone is a quarterback for a football team. Arthur isn't born,
You
and
think make him a drug dealer or something?
They thought about it.
They probably did.
but lo and behold, somebody's always there in every universe. There's always a Batman. Mike, you brought it up as far as Michael Keaton being a big part of why you wanted to see this film. Was it good to see him as Batman again?
It was. I mean, a lot of people, the Christopher Nolan Batman, that's their shit. I like the original Batman. You know, I love that original movie, and seeing him come back, I was like, oh, this is dope. And plus, the fact that Michael Keaton's acting has
Gotten better.
quadrupled
Yeah, way better.
since then. I was really interested to see what he did here because I thought he was great as Vulture. So seeing him here, I was like, wow, he's killing it. He's killing it. I thought he did a great job.
Did you believe that fight scene they had in the kitchen?
With the old man with the fucking broom. Well, I didn't know who it was at first. I was like, what the fuck? Why Willie Nelson beating people's ass like this? I didn't realize that was him until they stopped. And I was like, oh, okay. But no, I was fine. It was fine. He's still a human at the end of the day. So it's
Yeah.
always like,
Yeah, that's why I like how he fucked up.
Yeah, I heard he was going to be in it. I didn't recognize him at first. All I heard him say, "Oh, you're not him." And I was like, "What are you talking about?" Because it seemed like him with the beard. I didn't know it was Michael Keaton until he shaved. And I was like, "Oh shit!" They went a throwback on it. It made sense. I like how they did that.
Is he known as the best Batman?
no.
Nah,
I think
no,
these
no.
kids.
You think
done-
Christopher Nolan's Batman?
They've definitely put what's his face? What's his name?
Christian Bale.
Christian Bale.
Christian Bale.
Who I think he's terrible. I've said this.
Really?
Yes, the
He
movies
always
are
says
fine.
that. Yeah, Mike
but
always
him,
says
but
fine.
his performance.
Him,
He
he's
hates
fucking horrendous.
I'm Batman. I need you to tell me where the Joker
He
is.
doesn't growl like
But
that.
you got
Yes, he does.
But you gotta disguise your voice.
How you growl with a lisp? How you gonna intimidate me and you growling with a lisp?
That could be intimidating.
Go again,
He
like,
just-
Tell me where the Joker is.
Like, if you don't get your Mike Tyson ass the fuck out my face.
it sound like
hell?
Mike Tyson intimidating,
Oh,
ain't he?
you right. You're absolutely
there you
right.
go.
You're absolutely right. But I'll beat Christian Bale ass. I'll tell you that right now. You roll up on me talking to me like that, I'm fucking you up.
Horrible is a stretch, but I'm
Oh,
with
I
you.
hate him.
I like
But the
Robert
movies are
Pattinson.
great.
I like Robert Pattinson's Batman better.
Talk
Christian
about
Bale.
it.
Fuck yeah.
I'm with you, Jalen.
Fuck yeah.
I'm with you.
That fucking.
everybody
Batman.
got their own preference, Ken. That's what we find out.
That's how we
'Cause
go.
I've been hearing people vote for Michael Keaton because I
Just
guess
don't say
Batman
George
1989 was like one of the best. I guess it's more iconic
Batman,
film.
it's this nostalgia.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't actually honestly say that the 1989 one is a better film. I can't say that. It's just nostalgia. I grew up with that movie. I remember going to the theater with my mom to see that movie, and the fact that we had Prince doing the video and all that.
Soundtrack, yeah.
It was just a moment. But I can't say it's a better film.
What about you, Jay? What did you think about Michael Keaton?
I don't have the attachment like
Right.
Mike has. So when he came on, like even when it was sold that Michael Keaton was gonna be here, I was like, oh, that's cool that they're doing that. But I didn't have the attachment to the films. Like I grew up. You want to know what the first Batman movie I saw?
Probably Dark Knight.
George
I would
Clooney?
imagine.
George Clooney.
Oh wow.
The
Okay.
nipples?
and the
Mr.
booty.
Freeze, that shit, and it's just like it was funny. I took Batman as a joke until I actually watched the animated series, and I was like,
the animated series is
animated
fire.
series, fucking dope as fuck.
absolutely.
And ever since then, I've been a Batman fan. Hell, the other day we was and I saw that they had the Batman on Netflix, and I was starting to watch that shit.
Which one's the Batman?
That came out like 07. It's
Oh, yeah, that's the
it's-
newer version.
Yeah, it was a newer version when I
Who
was
was in that one?
It's cartoon. It's animated.
Oh,
it's just
got
like
it.
Batman is like I asked y'all before, Batman or Spider-Man, who's bigger? They're both like one of those childhood
Spider-Man's bigger,
icons
yeah.
that you grow up with. You grow up with both of them.
Yeah.
So whether you read DC or read Marvel, you're gonna see both of them somewhere, and you're gonna like something that they got.
Hearing you say that, do you think this was a not an awesome idea putting Michael Keaton in this? Because now that you're talking, it seems like if they're going for making a lot of money, they would appeal to maybe people that are a little bit younger. Because I imagine that only people that are like my age or Ken's age would really even give a shit about seeing
you're
Michael
right. They
Keaton.
should have used Christian Bale, but Christian Bale and Christopher Nolan have said repeatedly they don't want nobody to
They
touch their
want
universe.
nothing to do with this,
Don't
yeah.
touch their universe.
Wow.
He
Yeah,
said Christian
I've
said
seen
that he would only do another Batman if Christopher did it.
Well, that's good because we don't want to see him anyway.
And so if you wanted to draw like people like me in, you would have to get that one because that's the Batman we saw like that we were actually going to the movies for.
Yeah.
But
I never thought about it until just
could
now.
do that.
Jay, were you surprised that Bruce didn't want to help him out initially?
No, that's a Batman thing.
And plus, it was a stupid ass plan.
Yeah.
I did like how he explained the timeline shit though. I
Yeah.
feel like every movie we like the other movies that try to explain the shit, it ain't working. This is what it is. I'm like, all right.
Because I was upset because I was like, no, the way Marvel described it was the best way. Now this is like, no, your shit makes a little bit more sense. It makes
I
a
agree.
whole lot more
Yeah,
sense.
when he said like, hold on, this point is gonna change. There's I guess the nexus point where everything has to happen. But once you break off of that, anything can happen.
And shit
I
just
did like
turns
the way he
spaghetti.
explained it. Yeah, it was cool. It was cool.
We then see the Barrys end up convincing Bruce to help him out using a backdoor connection to NASA within the Batcave. Barry and Bruce are able to locate a Plutonian pod that was reportedly discovered in Siberia. Obviously, the older Barrys trying to look for Superman. Ken, what did you think about what they discovered in Siberia?
I thought it was dope that it was Supergirl and not Superman, and it'll be I think she's dead, but I thought that would have been cool to kind of add her to this universe.
Wait, the actress is dead?
No,
the character.
the character. Supergirl died in the movie.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
They couldn't save her. But yeah, I thought it was different. She screamed a lot when she fought, but she was very brooding and I guess fucked up by being in there the whole time. But she fucked a lot of motherfuckers up.
So we're assuming that she was there the whole time since she landed.
Yeah, and they've been keeping her without son.
She grew up. Yeah, she grew up in Russia instead of Kansas.
But that fits her character. I've heard people say that this Supergirl fits because in the comics, Supergirl is supposed to be like she can't really control her, like she doesn't have the control over her power. She's more rageful than Superman because she grew up with the anger of losing Krypton and all that. Like makes her a little bit more unstable. But
They trying to do a therapist analysis.
Nah, they're probably trying to make a parallel to women being emotional and can't control their emotions.
I never.
I mean,
thought
if this
of
is,
that.
I didn't know this, but
yeah.
if this is from the 50s, then that's definitely what they were doing.
Oh, maybe.
That's fucked up.
Yeah, Bean's right. The Red Sun storyline. Yeah. Yep.
You think Ezra walked in there and was like, got confused? He thought it was like his real bedroom.
Mike, I was gonna ask you, what did
Why?
you think,
They're a piece of shit. Fuck Ezra Miller. Shit.
what did you think about Kara in this movie?
I didn't give a shit.
You
man.
ain't care.
No, I didn't give a shit.
You ain't like how she got into the sun and her fingers.
No, didn't give a fuck.
Yeah, that was
Didn't
weird,
care.
but yeah.
I was like, I mean, I cared when I saw the trailer. Once we got her upstairs, I was just like, I don't think I care anymore. She's not that interesting. She's a little too brooding for me to give a fuck about.
I liked her.
I did like her too, but I do see where you're coming from. You know, she definitely became an afterthought. She should have been a bigger role, like spinoff into another movie, which I think it worked. So
I don't want to see a whole movie with her at all.
I
This
think if
fucking-
it's
I
developed
could.
right. Yeah, if it's developed right, it could be done. Because the way when she was first beating Zod, it's just the inexperienced part. I feel like that's why Zod got her. But she was beating Zod ass, if we're being honest, until finally Zod was like, man, fuck this shit.
But she herself
Oh, the
is
actor you're talking
boring.
about.
No,
Yeah, the
I
actress.
mean, she might be a great actor. I have no idea. I've never seen her until this film. But her as a character, she was just boring as fuck to me. Like, I just didn't, I never found myself interested in what she was going through or anything. I was just like, you're fucking annoying.
I think it's because they gave nuggets as opposed to the development.
Yeah.
Because like how she said, like her cousin died. Like that's supposed to be a reason why she's upset that Zod killed. Like,
But she didn't know that till later.
But she was looking for him and she couldn't find him. So like, if you're upset and dealing with this, if you give more of a development and attachment to it, it could be
I
possible.
mean, but she just started looking for him. She's been a fucking scrotum this whole time.
I mean, that would be a reason to be fucking
what?
upset too. He said,
They called it. They called it. That's what.
I just when he said scrotum.
That's what I thought.
did.
He
I'm assuming he didn't say
he
scrotum.
did say that.
She's a scrotum?
That's what they called it, right?
Who called her a scrotum?
Not her. That's what Barry said, right?
Wait, Barry called Supergirl a scrotum?
No, they said she was in that thing that looked like one.
Oh, she was in a scrotum. Oh,
Y'all didn't hear that in the movie?
maybe.
I think
Yeah, maybe.
I don't know what theater you was in.
The Flash, because the kids were laughing when they did it. Yeah, but he said it, but all right.
No, I'm just saying I feel like if they gave her character a little bit more depth, I didn't feel I'm trying to find my cousin and I've been locked away for all these years.
Yeah, that didn't go off.
I didn't feel any of that. Like they just showed up, she's like a meth head. They carried her out, they gave her some sun, and she perked back up. But at no point did we really get any interesting dialogue from her. We never got an interesting acting performance from her. It was just, I'm sad, I'm brooding, I'm dark, and that was it.
It was like when we found 11 in Stranger Things.
Well, yeah, but I think the play is
Yes.
more or less you've been in captivity, and you should be angry about that and messing people up. To come out and immediately be like sad and depressed because your cousin dead.
Well,
it's
she
just like,
she
that's a
talked
hell
about
of
it a little
turn.
bit. She said that like, why should I help humans? They tortured me this whole time.
I felt that, but even that line wasn't delivered.
That's why I
enough.
agree. Like,
you know what I'm
it
saying?
didn't- Yeah, if she said it like it was like, oh yeah, I didn't go to the gym today because I was tired.
That's how it sounded.
was-
That's how it sounded.
It was like,
I don't fuck with tuna fish. There was no emotional depth to anything that she was saying. So it might be, unfortunately, it might be a testament to her being a bad actress. I don't know.
That's what I was thinking. You were probably leaning more into the character itself. I feel like has potential.
Yeah. I
Oh,
agree.
yeah.
Barry
There
was
will be a
interested-
movie.
Barry was interested in her.
There's gonna
When
be.
she-
Yeah, he
when
was.
saw her spit that thing out. He was like, hold on, let fuck Iris. we staying in this universe.
He said it when he was taking that video. To see this for our kids.
And she heard him too, like, all right, you know what I'm saying? Hope you ain't too quick. But so after successfully reviving, well, this is where we get to the,
That's a nickname you don't want to have. That ain't my superhero. I don't need to be rescued.
Save yourself.
See, this is why Nate can't miss shoots. Because even I'm like, damn, y'all.
She did that nigga like, and that nigga was like, "We staying, bro. We do whatever we got to save this motherfucker. I don't care if I gotta go back 100,000 times."
And he did. He did. He went back so much, he turned into a nigga. And you know they love white women.
God. Y'all are terrible, man. Oh, man. Why am I here?
Let's get through this. Yeah, the scene where, because after this rescue car, she flies off, but then they try to get Old Barry his powers back. And this is where you talked about it, Mike. How it didn't make sense. He got electrocuted twice.
This was a bit, and I don't know much about the Flash. So, does he have powers normally, or did he really was he just a human that got shocked by lightning?
Just
It was
yeah,
like that.
yeah.
It was like chemicals, like a lightning hit in the room. He felt back.
Yeah,
Chemicals followed him.
science and yeah.
Okay, well that's fine. Whatever. Yeah, it was stupid.
It's a goofy ass origin story.
Yeah, you could have come up with something else than lightning hit some fucking Bunsen burners and shit. And you all of a sudden you can run real fast. Why would you be lightning man? It seems like you would be lightning man.
It was like,
Or acid dude.
Yeah.
You throw acid at people, but no, you just run fast. Science.
or even when Carol's carrying his ass up in the cloud.
Oh yeah, that
I was like, the
was-
juices were still on him even after all that.
I feel like I've seen that in something before. Them kind of giving him his powers back like that before.
It was
but-
in an animated
okay.
Flashpoint movie.
Okay.
It's the same. It was the same way, but he was more fucked up the more
Okay.
times they did it. Like he actually was like scarred and burnt up until they got it right. Yeah.
That could have been interesting.
Bro, the Flashpoint, that I'm telling you, that comic, that movie, if you can just watch the animated one, Mike, you won't be disappointed.
I didn't know there was an animated one until literally a couple days ago.
You'll
on
watch
Max.
it.
They got
and-
all of them. Yeah.
I mean, this ain't spoiling nothing. Like he goes back in time, and
As usual.
It's a lot more interesting.
it's a lot more interesting. Like the Amazons are fighting the
Oh,
Atlantean.
I think
Atlanteans.
I think I did see that. That's an old comic then.
Yeah. It's an old comic. Yeah.
It's like early 2000s.
Diana's mother was fighting like Aquaman or some
Yep.
shit, right? I think I might have read that.
That shit.
That's
that-
probably like his biggest storyline, Flashpoint.
That's the only one that I cared about, and that's
Yeah.
mostly because it's like everybody was in it as well, like but different ways.
And they couldn't do that. They ain't got the budget to put everybody back in. It's basically a Justice League movie.
But see, that's never mind. I mean, that's
Yeah.
then just don't.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Just don't.
I'm with you.
You know. Well, whatever.
Yeah. Ken, what did you think about how they rolled up on Zod after everybody got their powers?
I thought it was funny. Batman was like, "Yeah, I'm just gonna chill up here."
Where it's safe.
Right. Now, hey, this Batman was good. This Batman was better than the fucking movie. Yeah.
He was.
Yeah,
He was.
Yeah, nah, he was. I liked him a lot, but no, I thought it was fine. You know, this whole action thing. I think Flash realizing that there are people just as fast as him when he got cut and stuff like that. So yeah, I thought it was cool.
Did you, Jay? Did you like the kind of twists that we get? We talked about it a little bit earlier with like Clark not being the one, or Kal-El not being the one with the what was it, the DNA and shit in him? It was
Oh.
actually her. And then how Zod ended up killing the baby and all that shit.
I didn't care.
It wasn't a good twist.
Yeah, it
like what? How is that relevant to anything? This isn't a Supergirl story. So why'd you throw that in there?
That was his whole reason for coming on that planet, though.
I know, but I don't know.
I'm with Ken on the part. Like it wasn't like I was like shocked. Like, oh my God, it's you. I wasn't on that. It was just like, oh well, he about to kill you next. Like he killed Superman and it wasn't him, so now you're next. It's just that simple. I wasn't shocked by it though.
You didn't give a fuck about it, Mike?
Nope. I thought they had a stupid ass plan to begin with.
What was their plan?
Exactly. Let's just fly in there and fight.
Fight Zod.
It's like this guy, we can just assume he's a bad motherfucker. Flash knows he's a bad motherfucker, but you're sending in Bruce Wayne in his little spaceship or whatever, and then not spaceship, airplane, whatever the fuck that thing is called. it just seemed like y'all should have prepared a little bit before you just run in here and start fighting. Because the first thing we see of Zod in this, I thought it was dope. He comes out, he says something to the army people, and then they kill them all. It's like, okay, yeah. But y'all thought, yeah, let's just go in here and see what happens. Really?
It was cool. He was showing the other Barry how to use his powers, do the lightning, throw the rock thing.
The Rockefeller.
Yeah.
Is that a thing in the books too?
I don't know. I didn't read
never
the
seen
Flash.
that, yeah.
Because it seemed like, why wouldn't you do that more?
Flash seemed corny,
Well, yeah.
so I stayed away.
Kim, were you surprised that Kara and Bruce died?
I was surprised they kept dying, but I realized that was a fixed point when it kept happening, so there wasn't anything he can do. But I was surprised that Kara died because I thought she's definitely lined up for a movie. You know, it made sense to take Supergirl and make a movie about her. So, and I think they are going to do one. But I was just surprised they killed her. But it also made sense because this is a whole completely different timeline. So you don't really need her.
Jay, did you like how the older Barry started to realize the error in his ways as he's looking at his past self? Because we see like how the fight goes, like they continuously lose. Like this world is meant to be taken over by Zod.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I knew it was coming when he first got knocked out, so I was just expecting it to happen.
Oh, you knew the younger Barry was gonna be the evil.
Yeah. I pretty much like lined it up like, oh, because I figured I was trying to figure. I knew it was Savitar who kicked him out, so I was just like, oh, okay. So how is Barry going to turn evil? So
His name is Sabotage?
Savitar.
So that was
Saboteur?
Yeah, Savitar.
so that was supposed to be Savitar because they never said his name, did
Nah,
they?
they never said the name.
Okay, I know all of the different evil versions of Flash are just lame and stupid. Like it's like a lot of them. Since I walked out for coffee, I didn't see him get knocked out, but I didn't realize that was him until my 7-year-old
Well,
pointed
you
it
mix
out.
popcorn and coffee?
No, Miles needed popcorn,
Oh,
so we were empty, and I think he had to use the restroom. I don't know why I gotta go.
Yeah, I thought that was the Reverse Flash. I didn't know who the fuck. What was his name?
I can understand that too.
Sabotage, whatever the nigga.
Savitar,
Yeah,
yeah.
Savitar. But I think at this point everybody was just kind of like, let's just wrap this shit up, because it was like this. You could tell, like we've been in the movie for a minute. We've seen a lot of action sequences, but they don't mean anything because he keeps going back in time, trying to change.
But it's also like they didn't really do anything because when he first went through there, you saw the thing jumped up and kind of run up on him, and it was like at that point I was like, oh, this is going to develop into a thing, like him going back in time. But it was really a movie about everything outside of that. So when you got back to that, it went by fairly quick. It was like, all right, we need to wrap this up and get out of here, like you said. So yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, I guess you might agree with this, Mike. Like, it didn't really make sense, or how much sense did it make for the older version of Flash, the what's his name?
Savitar.
Yeah, to be upset with the older Barry for trying to let his mama die. Like that was the only way to fix everything, but he was like, that was the whole point. Like we're trying to save everybody, and the mama was number one on that priority.
I'm lost.
This is where we get to the point where the old Flash stabs the other Flash, and he dies, so he dies too.
Oh, okay. That was another question I had. So does Flash have like healing powers, like Wolverine or something?
Yeah.
Oh, because he's so fast, his
Right.
molecules just go back. Okay, because I kept wondering
Yep.
how like they kept stabbing him, and it didn't seem like it hurt, and he kept going back in time and getting stabbed again. And it's like, well, dog, you were just here and you're really fast. How do you keep getting stabbed? But I guess the other person he was fighting was really fast too, right? So okay, so that makes more sense. I was really confused about that. Which is another thing I think that this movie didn't do well, is for someone that's completely Flash ignorant. I don't think it did a good job of being an origin, because I don't think it really explained why he's able to just get fucking stabbed through the arm and it just stays in his arm and he's cool.
And why didn't he take it out?
Well, yeah.
He never took it out.
We saw him heal up earlier, but I guess I'm dumb. I didn't put together that that's a power that he has. At any rate, Savitar's...
At this point in the movie, this is where you.
At this point in the movie, I was like, I don't care anymore. Now you got fucking crusty Flash showing up, and it's like, well, why did you even bother to show up? I mean, I don't know, man.
And they didn't. I mean, you didn't really get a chance to see Savitar do shit.
No.
So I think that was the other thing. It's like, and then I didn't really see him really fucked up over the idea of his mom dying in a completely different world. We heard him listening to the conversation, but we never saw him really like fucked up over the idea until he kept trying to save Kara and Bruce Wayne. But it seemed like it was more about that, and then he really realized it was like, oh, my mom's gonna die too. I can't let that happen. It was like they didn't do a good job of kind of his motivations just seemed off.
Talking about Barry or Savitar?
Barry.
I agree with you, but that part I was able to submit to. I was
Okay.
able to just accept that he really loved his mom and wanted to save her. And I do think that they did a pretty good job of showing their relationship, especially him as a kid. So I was okay with it. And then when he came back and she was touching his face and all that, and was like, "What'd you do to your hair?" I was fine with it. It felt very much like Spider-Verse. You know, I bought into it.
Well, the current Barry, yeah, but the old Barry that has his mom, no, that was the one I struggled with.
Oh,
Because he became emotional about the mom thing. It just seemed like
I thought he was going back in time trying to save Supergirl. Was he going
but then
back?
the mom became mixed up in that whole story
I thought
too.
he didn't know about the mom dying. Did they?
He
try to tell
overheard
him?
Barry and Batman talking
right.
about it. So then that
That's
became
right.
another motivation for him as well. But it's like we only saw him just sitting here listening.
But I guess that would make sense too, though, if the Barry that we know is that broken up about her dying and he was only with her for whatever it was, 12, 13 years, then you could just imagine that the other Barry would be even more attached to her because he's been with her the entire time.
But she wasn't going to die in that world.
Well, she was gonna die in general because he was saying like,
That's a fixed time point.
Yeah,
so she
these
has
things.
to die
Yeah, so at some point she's going to die.
Okay.
that's how I took it at least.
Yeah.
But
I think you guys are right.
This stuff
You guys
confused
he
are
me.
just
right.
got it
so.
longer. He was with her longer.
No,
That's
you
what
guys
I-
are
that's
right.
what
because
thought.
Zod came there and took over the whole world. She ended up dying anyway, probably.
It's his canon event.
Yeah. No,
what?
you're right.
His canon event.
I could have sworn he said this is Nick's canon event.
Hey, if Nick Cannon
Nick
directed
Cannon's
this,
in this too? Where was he?
if he directed this, it'll be a whole different movie.
Okay, it makes a little more sense now. Okay.
So we see that the crusty speedster kills the young one. They ended up disappearing, and then our original Flash has to go back and put the soup can back on the shelf.
That was the only part where I was like, I felt it.
Yeah.
I almost
Ezra
I
killed that whole scene.
almost cried that scene.
I ain't seen it.
Yeah, like
But them and the
Damn.
little stadium thing, I was like, why couldn't they make this look cooler? It looked ridiculous. Wait, and you gonna skip over? You skipped over all the fucking goofy cameos. You just went all the way. Didn't
that
I was gonna come back to
dope.
it later as far as all the cameos.
No, it wasn't dope because the CGI was terrible, but it was dope with the concept that they were going for.
What cameos were you excited about?
I wasn't excited about none of this shit. This looked awful. Christopher Reeve should come back as a ghost and haunt everybody.
I was surprised they did that because I thought you needed permission. And
It was
shit.
a cool
probably got
idea.
permission. It was a great idea
Yeah.
because when I first saw him, I was like, oh shit, that's dope. But then I was like, he looks fucking terrible. And the Supergirl looked terrible. Superman Cage looked like shit.
I don't
It's
remember
like-
Superman Cage.
He was fighting a big ass spider.
No, I'm saying I don't remember him like as a Superman.
Oh,
he
was
never
supposed-
made it. He
yeah,
was
he was
gonna
supposed to
be
be.
Superman.
Yeah.
Like there's a whole documentary about it that's actually way more interesting than this film is.
oh,
But yeah, that's what they were going for. He was originally supposed to be Superman, and there was a whole thing written about him fighting this big ass spider.
Thank God they
But then it got
scrapped
scrapped.
That's
So-
why people were clapping when they saw him. It
I
was
don't-
claps
yeah.
and laughs. I was like, when did he become? When was he Superman?
Oh, you didn't know that?
No, I had no
there's
idea.
Like a
This
whole,
is-
there's like a bust of him and everything. It's actually pretty
Right
interesting.
before Superman Returns.
I gotta go check this out.
He was supposed to be
Yeah.
Superman right before that.
I can't think of what the documentary's called, but it's actually really interesting. But seeing him on there, he just looks so bad. If he looked good, it would have been such a dope
They
callback.
should have just used scenes like how they did in Spider Verse.
What you mean?
No, Spider Verse used like scenes from Spider Man.
Oh, got you.
Just use scenes and say this is his universe and this is his world.
But the Nicolas Cage thing would have been cool if the CGI wasn't shit.
Yeah.
He looked awful.
The director said that all this was on purpose to make the CGI.
The director's a fucking liar.
And he's saying that it was supposed to look like cartoony for Barry because it's not supposed to look realistic in the Chrono Bowl where he's at.
Oh, fuck off.
So that's what he said. I'm just telling you what he said.
But no,
it still looked bad. It's just what he said.
I also thought
Yeah,
doing
not
that
you,
scene,
fuck off.
like good idea,
Terrible execution.
CGI, interesting choice, but I was like, are they really trying to merge all of these things together into one? Is that the purpose of this film?
It was supposed to be an emotional hit.
Oh.
They were, in my opinion, again, I didn't read the books or see the animated film, but the whole time I felt they were trying to go for that emotional hit that Spider-Man went with. I didn't even like Tobey Maguire, but when he showed up on the screen, my heart was like, oh, this is great. I think they were going for that. They expected Christopher Reeve to show up and us be like, oh, man.
Especially
But-
because y'all are attached to the 1989 Batman.
Yes. Attached to that first Batman, attached to Christopher Reeve as Superman. It was a great idea. It just looked like shit.
Okay, so I was thinking about it too hard. Any of y'all watched the Supergirl movie?
Yeah, the
I
old
seen
one.
it, the old one, yeah, I seen
of
it.
course.
It came on
I
TV
watched
all the
it too,
time.
yeah.
That's why that scene would have been amazing if it didn't look bad. Seeing Christopher Reeve, and I can't remember her name, unfortunately.
Is she still alive?
Probably. She's not that old. I can't imagine. But seeing both of them show up, it was a cool idea. You know what? If they did it the way Ghostbusters did it, it would have worked better.
I still haven't
if-
seen that.
Oh, you're fucking up, man.
The Afterlife one.
Egon,
The Afterlife one?
spoiler alert: Egon showing up fucking had me bawling like a 3-year-old. It was amazing. If they had gone that route and actually did this well, if you're gonna have shitty CGI, then just make him look like an actual ghost. But don't make us don't try to get us to believe this is really a fucking person that just looks like shit. And his head was crooked again. Like, why they can't get these heads straight?
They had LL Cool J do it. And get the head sprung.
Sorry.
All right.
Wow. Wow.
It seems like Barry. I didn't even know he was gonna do that, but it seems like he didn't either. it seems like Barry saves the day, even though it cost him his mama once again, and then he ends up being late for his dad's court appearance. That's supposed to get him off. But he ends up getting out of the situation because his lawyer finds a video where he actually looks up, or I guess in this timeline, there's a video where his dad actually looks up and not just have his head down the whole time. So
Yeah, he moved the can from the bottom to the top, which was
Didn't
clever.
get that until well after the whip was over. I was like, what was he looking
I
at?
just got a nap. I thought because we in the George Clooney timeline that this is the version of like, oh, the camera up.
That's what I thought. That's what I thought. That shit threw me all the way off. I was like, why did he look up this time? That's weird. Okay.
Does anybody ever look up at the cameras? Do you keep your head down?
I look at the cameras.
I look at the cameras too. I'm like,
I don't know
fuck
why
y'all.
though. You do this to the
Yeah, I'm like,
camera?
man, fuck y'all. I don't watch you. Nigga, I ain't doing shit.
I look at myself on the monitor, so I would do that. But yeah,
That's what?
It is now that I got it because I'm an idiot. Now that I got it, I actually think it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
What they did, having him go back and move the can to the top shelf, because I did see him hesitate after he put it down, but I didn't get what he was doing, which I know we skipped over. But again, that scene was beautiful. Him talking to his mother, his mother like hugging him, even though she didn't really know him. I loved all of that.
Me too.
But yeah, the idea that he put the can on top so his dad would look up, that's a dope twist.
Why did he not do that in the first place?
That was my question.
Oh, he
So-
wanted to save his mama. He didn't care about the
Yeah.
alibi.
But see, the whole time before he started getting into the details of this dumb shit, I thought he was just gonna go back and get the can and put it in the house.
that's what I thought.
I thought that the entire time, and I was like, okay, so he's gonna go back and he's gonna put the can. He's gonna see whoever the villain guy is that came to kill his mom, and then there's gonna be a fight this way or something. There's gonna happen. But I was just like, wait, you're making this way more complex. Just get the can of tomatoes and take it home.
Is it,
Mike, that is-
it more complex that way?
No, but
Just
that
leave the
is the
can.
story, though. That is the better story they
Yes.
could have told because of everything that
That's the logical
that
story.
was around that goes around that centers around his mom's death.
Based,
And you could explore that whole thing instead of going around hanging out with Batman and fucking damn Supergirl.
I don't know.
It's the story that Flash people know.
Oh, that happened in the books? So he brings the can to the house.
There is
instead
a
of-
version of there's a version of that story. No, not the can thing.
Okay.
But there's a version of him going back in time and seeing who actually kills his mom.
Oh,
that is
yeah.
a story. It's in the CW.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's in the comics, but it is a thing that he does. That is, and I thought that's what they were going to do, but
That's what I
they
was
went around the
expecting.
world. It just makes sense to do it that way.
It would have been a lot more interesting of a story, in my opinion. You wouldn't have even needed all this Zod shit. You know? That
No.
would have been a far more interesting story is he went to get the can, put it in the house, he walks in, his dad, I mean, since this is a fixed thing, he would see maybe his dad had to go get the car fixed or go get an oil change or something. So either way, his dad was always going to leave. But it just seems like it would have made way more sense if he just brought the can to the house instead of trying to put it in her. I don't know.
I mean, we're overthinking it if I'm being honest, but at the same time, because I'm about to overthink it too. It's more risk of him having, like Bruce was telling him, the interaction with anything. You step on the wrong, you could do anything. So that opens the window of more chances of something going wrong if he goes from the store and goes home, as opposed to just let me take the shit, put it in the bag, and like I don't interact with anything. She doesn't forget it. It's in there. But if he leaves the store, even though he's the Flash and he could probably speed there as fast as possible, he could still, his wind could change something. I don't know. That's just, we're overthinking it, so I'm overthinking it.
No, I get you. I was trying to let you finish. I didn't mean to interrupt you. Yeah, I get you. But it seems like there's less of a chance if he's the Flash to go, "Woo, got the can, go in the house," because she's already gone. She's at the supermarket. So he could have, I mean, yeah, it's a movie, whatever, but fly to the house, put the can down. She would have came home. Oh, I forgot the tomatoes. Oh, look at that. They're here. Not worried about it.
Yep.
And everything would have been fine. But it seems like Barry's an idiot. You know, you put on this stupid ass fucking disguise and you're walking over and you're the Flash. Do it quick. Why are you even talking to her if Bruce told you not to?
And I think he can slow himself down too, so they can't see him. So there are things he could do to maybe.
God.
Yeah,
What?
yeah, I think so.
He's like, Dre, I'm so slow you can't see me.
Yeah, I think he. Yeah, I
can
think
do.
so. But yeah,
God.
What did I think about the ending of this with the George Clooney cameo?
Stupid.
yeah, because is he? Well, I'm operating under the assumption that this is done, right? So James Gunn is going to take over and he's going to just redo everything. So yeah, I thought it was stupid.
Yeah.
Because it's like there's no continuation, so it's just a good.
Cliffhanger, I guess.
Wait, this is over?
Yeah.
That's what we were sold on, that it's supposed to be.
Wait, shut up.
This is supposed to be the end of like the Snyderverse DCEU.
So why would they leave it on a cliffhanger like he's in a wrong
Exactly.
universe?
That is
That's why
our
it's stupid.
point. That is the
Oh
point
my
that we're
God,
trying
I
to say.
didn't know that.
We don't, that's why when I started, like, I don't know what the fuck they're doing, because this is supposed to be like the swan song, the end for the DCEU before James Gunn starts. But they also got Aquaman coming out at the end of the year.
Which is why, did y'all stay for that post credits?
Hell no.
It was nothing. It was useless. It was just him walking.
It was stupid.
Yeah.
It made no sense. It was
I mean,
a waste
I saw
of
it
time.
online.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Yeah, I saw it online. There's like a really bad version. Yeah, and he's drunk or something. He falls in the water.
That's it.
Yeah, I mean that's unnecessary.
It's like,
I feel
why?
bad for anybody that watched that and stayed.
I did.
Me.
It's like,
Wow, sorry, bro. I did not know that this was supposed to be the end of this version of Flash. So we're not going to get
it's
any.
supposed to end of that whole universe, like
Diana,
Diane,
Bruce,
all of them.
like-
That's supposed to be the end of all that.
I mean, I'm
James
cool with
Gunn.
all of them going.
Yeah, James
but-
Gunn is supposed to start. Like he's saying, Blue Beetle is supposed to be the start of his universe that he's making.
You see the trailer for
Ouch.
Blue Beetle?
Yeah, that should be the end.
So
I was thinking the same thing,
What the
bro.
hell?
I think it might work though.
With
They
Blue Beetle?
love the Blue
Yeah, Blue
Beetle.
Beetle.
Blue Beetle's
might work.
popular.
Yeah, he
I know
is
Blue
very
Beetle is popular. That movie don't look like it's gonna be popular.
Nah, that looks like absolute dog shit. It looks like Spider-Man combined with Iron Man, but he's goofy.
Like Dung Beetle.
yeah,
So did James Gunn do Blue Beetle then?
no, but he signed off for saying it's gonna start his universe.
He's like the Kevin Feige role now, so he
Yeah.
can produce the shit.
He's Kevin Feige.
So
So
his movie he's doing the next Superman.
he's doing the next Superman.
And Superman's gonna be a whole different person.
Whole different person. Yep.
Okay, maybe it'll be good. We'll see. I like James Gunn's work so far. So
But the
What?
next Batman is supposed to be done by the same director,
Who did the
as
Flash.
what? As the Flash?
Supposed to do the Brave and the Bold.
Brave and the Bold.
I remember that book,
That's what his
and I
movie's about.
think I remember liking that book.
That's the movie that's coming.
So
out.
who's Batman now? Since
They ain't officially.
Robert Pattinson is a different. They call them DC elsewhere. So like the Joker movie.
yeah,
Robert
yeah,
Pattinson-
I'm
that's-
fine with that because
yeah.
I like them being off on their own. Okay, all right, I'm on board. I'll check them out.
Yeah, I mean, I like comic book movies, good or bad. I end up showing up. So
I mean, I'm just curious about who they're gonna make Batman. I mean, they gave Ezra. They're probably gonna get Jonathan Majors.
to be Batman.
Look, Marvel gonna fire him, and DC like, look, we like problematic motherfuckers. Get him over here.
That's how they got James Gunn, because Marvel ended up letting him go.
That is true.
But they let him go over some bullshit. Well, I thought they didn't let him go. I thought
Disney let him go.
Disney fired him. Mark.
Disney fired James.
but then
Gunn.
they brought him back. I thought
They brought him back,
and
when
then he
they-
quit.
And then, then he was like, I don't need to stay here. Like DC gave me a whole fucking studio of properties to use. Why I need to stay up under Kevin Feige?
I feel
I can't
that.
be Kevin Feige.
I feel that. I feel that. Well, we'll see. I'll watch him, see what he does. But
Any
no,
other-
the ending was stupid. Sorry.
Daniel
and
Kaluuya
it
as
was
Batman.
garbage.
I would watch Daniel Kaluuya as Batman. Absolutely, I would.
He got to lose some weight though.
Why are you fat shaming Daniel
I'm not
Kaluuya?
fancy. I'm just saying, bro. You got to be in shape for those roles.
He is in shape. Why you?
You
That's
seen him?
fucked
You seen him
up.
in Judas and the Black Messiah.
I mean, he has birthing hips, but I mean, I wouldn't say he's out of shape. That's fucked up, man. I would, real talk, I would definitely watch Daniel Kaluuya as Batman. I would definitely watch that. I don't know how much I would believe it.
Yeah, I don't think I'm watching
He
that.
doesn't give me Playboy vibes at all, but I would watch it.
We'll see.
You need to get Joe Budden to be Batman. I would watch that shit.
Any other thoughts on this movie?
Nah.
No, y'all can have this shit. Y'all can have this. I'm not watching this again.
wow, it's interesting. I was just reading on the Hollywood Reporter because I was trying to get some more info on this ending. Apparently, this is the one of 3 different endings, and the different endings got caught up in different changes in leadership. So they were there were plans to do Crisis on Infinite Earths, which I think
no.
What?
They tried to do that on CW,
that's
right?
dope.
Yeah.
No, I'm saying they can't handle doing it right now.
Oh no, I'm talking about no, not now. That was a plan,
Oh,
but then the
okay.
guy that was going to do it, they let him go.
Oh, that's fucked. See, that would have been
That
good.
shit would-
End
man.
it with Wonder Woman actually dying. They could. I mean, obviously, there's no Supergirl, but they could have killed off Wonder Woman. Had the
Man,
same-
yo,
I would have been cool.
Crisis
with
on
that.
Infinite Earth is
That's
man,
a great.
That
That's
was
a
one of
great.
my
If I'm
favorite
James,
books.
me too. If I'm James
yeah.
Gunn, that's what I'm doing.
That was a crazy line.
If you want to rival Marvel, that's what you do.
And they could have ended it there
Yep.
instead of this, because now I'm really confused about why it ended with a cliffhanger. If you're
Yeah.
not planning on going back.
Their whole thing, what I read in this article, is that they just wanted to see how many old Batman they can get and put in the movie.
Fine, bring George Clooney in, but don't. Well, I guess it did end. I guess it's not really a cliffhanger, because it did end with him talking to Aquaman, and he's like, "Yeah, I don't know." Either way, y'all can have this bullshit. I would never watch this movie again. It was an hour and a half too fucking long.
It was long as shit. Any other thoughts?
Nah.
All right, let's get into these super chats. We appreciate y'all sending us y'all super chats. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started.
Well, before want to read the member chat from
Oh, yeah,
Rob
yeah,
real
go
quick. He said, "Pick one: The Flash or Winnie the Pooh."
the horror
Winnie the
film.
Pooh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm picking the Winnie.
Yeah,
the Pooh.
Winnie the Pooh.
Damn.
I ain't seen it so flash for me.
You might as well go with Winnie the Pooh.
Yeah, you should just go Winnie the Pooh. Majority rules.
Okay, you can go.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's it. Okay. Byron Needle says, "Happy Father's Day, everyone. Have any of you seen any alien abduction movies like The Fourth Kind or Fire in the Sky?"
Nope, because those 2 movies are fucking untouchable. If you want something that'll scare the shit out of you, those are 2 of the movies I don't watch by myself at night.
Oh, are those supposed to be scary movies?
They're like old alien abduction films, but they do them so well. It's not hokey. Like, it's genuinely fucking scary. Well, The Fourth Kind of teeters on alien abduction and like possession or whatever. But no, both of those movies are really fucking good. Like, legit.
Fire in the Sky looks interesting.
You've never seen Fire in the Sky? That's the one. That's not Bill Paxton. I forget who's in Fire in the Sky, but yeah, no, those movies are good.
I don't do horror.
They're not really horror movies.
Okay, then I might give it a try.
He ain't gonna do that shit.
Nah, he lying.
Okay, you ever seen any?
I don't think I've seen these movies, which is interesting. But I will go watch
Is it like
them.
Cloverville?
Is it like
Some-
who?
Cloverville?
No. Cloverfield is not scary at all. Like, these genuinely make you feel anxiety about getting an alien abduction.
It's Thriller.
Yeah, I mean, it really is horror. I was trying to trick you.
Oh,
it's
fuck
it's,
that.
it's a scary movie, and I would feel bad if you really watched it and came back and was like, that fucked me up. No, they're scary films.
Okay, I
They
think
don't-
I've watched Fourth Kind, but Fire in the Sky.
Fire in the Sky's old. I want to say from like maybe the
1993
80s or
is what I
90s.
saw.
Yeah, it's good though.
I'll check it out.
Who's the main character in Fire in the Sky? Is it Bill Paxton?
Let's see.
If you already left it, don't worry about it. I can look it up myself.
No, I don't
Or
see
was he
him
in Aliens
on here.
too?
He was in Aliens as well, yes. But there's an alien abduction movie with Bill Paxton that's actually really good too, but I can't think of the name of it.
I think which one are you talking about? But anyway, yeah, you can go on to the next one.
Long live Kevin Samuel says best multiverse movie to come out this era. Question mark.
Best what?
Which one is the best? Like, I guess he's asking what's
Oh, that's
best-
tough. That's tough for me. I know y'all are really gonna say Spider-Verse, but
Who you gonna say?
Nah,
Back
I
to the
was gonna
Future?
say Endgame.
I don't think Back to the Future counts as a multiverse movie.
And it's this
And
era.
it's not even this era.
This era. This era.
Oh, okay, yeah.
You went back.
Oh,
to
so it's not
yeah,
Marvel stuff.
I might have to say No Way Home. I still think that movie is fucking great.
I'm going Endgame or Everything Everywhere All at Once.
I actually like that movie now.
Yeah.
I went back and watched it again.
I wanted to
and I love
rewatch it.
Oh, you really should.
Yeah.
I've been
You gotta
meaning to
have
go
time,
rewatch
though.
it, bro.
If you have time, it's good.
That's good. You have to have time to watch it. Yeah, it's good.
Yeah,
It's way better on the second viewing.
Yeah, I feel like it deserves a rewatch.
It
for me.
does.
Okay.
Yeah.
I would probably say I'll go with Endgame.
Is Endgame a multiverse movie?
Yeah. Technically, yeah.
Yeah, I guess you're
They
right.
go back in time.
So
They
yeah,
create different branches in the timeline. Because
Yeah.
they go back in time. So,
yeah, I might go Endgame too.
I think Endgame was a better experience. Everything Everywhere All at Once is a better movie.
Yes, I agree with that. I think.
Yeah. What about you, Ken? You got one?
Spider-Verse. I'll take these away out.
Nigga Bird says one gotta stay. Me, She-Hulk, or the Flash.
Wow.
I'm going black, bro. I'm gonna stay
You
black
go
till I
ahead,
die.
Anthony Mackie?
Yeah.
Yeah, I might give the Juneteenth answer too. And just go Nigga Bird.
Yeah.
You going Flash?
I'm thinking about it.
You going She-Hulk?
You can't go She-Hulk.
Nah, I can't go She-Hulk. I'm thinking about it because I was trying to watch Falcon and the Winter Soldier over again, and I just couldn't do it.
I thought about it, but I can't make myself.
I can't do it, and it's not for y'all. I know it's a lot of Anthony Mackie, and it's not Anthony Mackie. It's just I don't think it's as good as I thought it was when I was just happy to have Marvel content then. So now watching it is like, nah. But I'm gonna go with y'all. I'm gonna stay with Nigga Bird.
The Bean says She-Hulk is colored technically.
Yeah, kind of.
I
Yeah.
guess so.
Yeah.
I guess so.
Crash 1984 says the crew's consistency equals A+. Y'all are killing it.
Aw.
Appreciate
thanks.
Gracias.
that. Abel K says, I love the Akira review. Hope you guys will review more. I don't even.
Satoshi Kon.
yeah.
That's the guy that did Perfect Blue.
Yep.
Or Person. Actually, I don't know if it's a
No, you said
male or
yeah,
female.
he's right. Films like Perfect Blue and Paprika.
I don't think I've seen Paprika, but I'm afraid to have y'all watch
Paprika.
Perfect Blue because if y'all tear that shit up, I'm done with all of y'all.
They got
done
so many
with us,
Reddit
bro.
posts about how they mad at y'all.
Hey, I'm not even bullshitting, Mike. I started to watch it last night. Like Hannah tell you, I started to watch it last night, but then I was like, I don't want to fall asleep on it. I want to actually watch it.
Got you.
So yeah, I started to watch it last night.
It's definitely not a watch it late kind of movie because it's not
Yeah.
action packed. It's a real drama. It's fucking great. But if y'all tear this shit up like y'all did Akira, bro, I can't.
Black Raz says they should have cut down the time with Goofball Barry and spent more time at the end fighting the Monster Flash or even Reverse Flash.
I agree.
I agree.
Agree 100%.
Byron Needle says, Mike, one gotta go, double album edition. The White Album, The Wall, Physical Graffiti, or Melancholy.
Oops, I'm not sure what physical graffiti is, so I might have to say that goes. But I don't listen to The Wall. I mean, yeah, but Melancholy's great. White Album's great. I'm not sure what physical graffiti is, and I guess I can say The Wall can go.
All right. Long live Kevin Samuel says, the GOAT, Zack Snyder, should have directed this.
Maybe it might have been a little more interesting.
We don't know what
Is he really a
we don't know
GOAT?
what his vision was
He
for
ain't
this
no
whole
goat, man.
universe.
Niggas just really go hard for the Snyderverse, but he ain't no goat. I'm like seeing that nigga out here was killing shit because y'all didn't really care for Army of the Dead.
Oh yeah, that shit.
And
was
did
trash.
anybody watch the other one, Army of Thieves or whatever?
I didn't watch that second one.
Yeah.
He got it. Was it good?
Nope.
Ken?
Oh, I don't remember. I think it was fine.
But then he ain't goat level because you would have remembered it.
Oh, I'm just asking. Like, people love him, but I'm just asking.
Nah, he's straight, but he ain't goat.
Damn.
FIFO's Werewolf says,
Bruh.
Mike, at the beginning of June, I will be going vegan for a year. Any advice on resisting cravings? Ken throws shade towards Weekend. Any chance he gets?
Random.
Yeah.
The advice I will give you is don't just try to go eat salads and live off that. That's not gonna happen, and you're gonna fucking quit really soon.
Hungry as
The
hell.
best thing for you to do, yes, you're gonna be hungry as fuck.
Salads only last.
The
Like 5 minutes.
absolute best thing for you to do is Google restaurants in your area, try like 4 or 5 of them, figure out what type of food you like, and then try to veganize it. It's very, very, very easy to do that. Google is your best friend if you're trying to change a diet and you don't really know what the fuck you're doing. So restaurants, try the food, figure out what you like, and then go to Google and figure out how to make the stuff. That's the best advice I could give you.
So making it your own is better than trying to go to like these vegan restaurants.
No, that's what I'm saying. Go to the restaurants and figure out what type of food you like. Because, I mean, you might go to a raw food restaurant and think that's all veganism is and be like, this shit's gross. Try like 5 different restaurants. Figure what type of vegan food you like. And then go home and try to make the shit. And that way you can have, you can figure out how to eat at home instead of going to restaurants every night.
I like that idea.
Good advice. Torian Reigns Reloaded says James Gunn announcing the new slate and reboot didn't help either. It was pointless to watch. Ezra was a catalyst as well. Flashpoint Paradox was fire.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, it's strong. It's they could do a whole thing on that with Flash movies.
Yeah.
Just stick to what they got.
Its Comic says thoughts on resurrecting dead actors with CGI.
Interesting idea. I don't know the legalities of it. I don't know how families feel. I'm sure they will reach out and, of course, get approval. But it's an interesting thing to see this and hearing them do that.
You watched that first episode of Black Mirror this season?
I haven't watched any of the episodes yet.
And I'll say stop doing that shit.
Wait, what? Nah.
No, I'm talking about just CGI. Like for me personally, they're dead. Like I don't unless they were actually in a film already. Like it's the same way I feel about posthumous albums. Like it's still art. So they're not actually here to say like this is what I'm giving to the role. This is what I feel needs to be given to the role. You're taking away from that person as an artist when you make the decision on how that direction should go.
I feel that.
Leave it alone because you can say this is what I wanted the role to be, but they still have a piece in what that looks like, and they're not able to do that now, and you took that away from them.
I feel that, but at the same time, I think if I was an actor and I was known for a legendary role, I would kind of be okay if they had me do something if it's not real big. Like the way they did Peter Cushing in Rogue One, I thought was perfect. They had him in there. He didn't really do that much, but it stayed true to his actual character. Now, if they had him doing some wild shit that made
Like
no
Carrie
sense. Yeah, I thought Carrie Fisher was fine too. That didn't bother me. But yeah, I mean, I'm kind of with Ken. If the families are okay with it, then whatever. But I think the family should be like, yo, don't do too much. And the family should be able to give the final sign off. So if you do some ridiculously goofy shit, they can be like, nah, we're not doing this.
I don't mind it, but it depends on if it like how they execute it. But I don't mind. I think at this point they would have to get some type of agreement with the family, so I'm fine with that. I'm not sure what the thoughts of the dead actor would be, but I think usually they leave some people leave some stuff like, look, don't do this, don't do that, but you can do this. And now we're moving forward with AI in the film industry. I'm sure a lot of actors will be having that in their contracts. Like if I die, don't use my likeness or anything.
Yeah, I guarantee that's going to start happening. It's just a matter of just going overboard with it. That's always just been my thing. Yeah. Like I don't mind a Tupac appearance, but I don't need a whole Tupac concert.
Yeah. Green Bean says tuned in late, but wanted to know if y'all will review The Blackening. Yes, we actually will. It should be coming out soon. Minaze Narayo says, I love this movie. It has some flaws, but I think the good outweighs the bad. Ezra killed it. The jokes were funny, and I had a really good time. 8 out of 10. Good. Well, good for you.
Yeah, I'm glad you had a good time, bro.
Yeah.
8 out of 10.
That's a high ass number.
What is an 8 out of 10 for y'all?
That's like a A.
Bro, no. I'm saying like name a film that is an 8 out of 10 for y'all real quick.
Shit, Ghostbusters.
Okay.
Dark Knight.
8.
Bro, I love the Dark Knight, bro.
Okay.
Shit.
I'm trying to. What was the?
Yeah, I'm trying to think of the last 8 out of 10.
What was the last action film we watched? And I remember being like, I really enjoyed this.
Is that Sisu?
Hell no.
Guardians.
Oh, Guardians would be a good one.
Guardians is
Guardians
good.
is 8 out of 10.
Guardians is
yeah,
8 out of 10, yeah.
yeah.
Guardians is good.
Guardians is 8 out of 10. For a comic book movie, it might be a 9 out of 10, honestly, for me.
Crash 1984 says, would you guys ever do a review of Black Mirror?
We're going to have to.
Yeah.
Because I'm 2 episodes in, and I'm like, this is one of
How
the
many
best shows
episodes?
ever made. It's like 6.
6? Okay.
So I'm hoping it doesn't get bad. But the first 2, I don't want to hear nothing, Jalen, if you don't like it. The first
ain't
2,
say shit.
I was like, yo.
I wasn't
what
saying.
the
Oh, you thought I was
fuck?
saying the episode was bad. I was saying.
I wasn't sure. That's why
No, I was
didn't
talking about the
ask.
concept of doing that shit.
I don't remember a dead person. You have to tell me after
Yeah,
this,
we'll
but
talk
I don't
about it.
remember.
Yeah. We'll talk about it.
But yeah, nah, I would definitely be down because this shit is fucking ridiculous.
We'll have to do something. Michael Klosinski says, happy Father's Day, Pretty Kenny.
You know who that is?
I know Mike Wazowski.
No.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Why your voice get so deep when you say His voice got deep as shit.
RKF Master said, last one. If y'all could adapt a book, video game, or song into a movie, what would it be?
Ninja Gaiden.
Mm.
If y'all are my age and you played Ninja Gaiden,
Mm.
that motherfucking story in that game was amazing. I would love to see it.
God of War is gonna always be
Yeah,
my answer.
God of War. I think they're going to do a Ghost of...
But I'm nervous.
Damn.
I am nervous, but God of War is the movie. Yes, absolutely.
Oh, a song, I probably would say... I always thought that... Well, this is the album, but the song is titled Good Kid, but I always thought Good Kid, Mad City could be a movie.
A movie. I mean, it's Boys in the Hood, but yeah.
But it'll be a more, like, it'll be
I
a
got
new
you.
fresh
Yeah.
version of that.
I think we might have missed a super chat because I thought I remember seeing one earlier, but I could be wrong though. But anyways, well, maybe I'm wrong. I thought I saw one that we didn't read, but maybe not.
But yeah, did you pick? Oh, you already said one. Ken, did you have one?
Yeah, I was trying to think. Fall of the Mutants.
Oh yeah.
Or how over House of M?
I'm an OG, so
Okay.
give me the one with the mutant massacre and all that. Is that the one? Yeah, that's the one with the mutant massacre, I think.
And they were trying to hunt him and all that stuff.
Yeah, give me that.
I didn't think about comic books when they said book. So, but yeah, Fall of the Mutants would have been good. They'll probably get there.
They have
Shit,
to.
when?
Well, I mean, they have to establish the X-Men first.
Yeah.
For us to care about them being hunted. But yeah, they'll probably get there. They already did a version of House of M, so we see we're not going to get that.
You talking about
story.
WandaVision? You think that was their version of House of M?
I think so. I don't think we're going to get the actual.
we're not gonna get the
you know,
actual
that
House
shit
of
would
M.
have been fire.
But damn, the album is a movie.
Oh, with Kendrick.
Oh,
I don't remember what the story was, and damn, just him walking around looking sad all the time.
All
Kung Fu
right.
Kenny.
What did you lose? You lost your life.
That's it for the super chats. Any other things I want to get off the chest? Oh yeah, we have our next live will be our media review. You guys have been asking about that, so we will be doing our top 5 TV and films of the 2023 year so far. I think that'll be an interesting conversation. The whole full crew will be there for that, so I can't wait for y'all to see that. But yeah, y'all got anything else y'all want to say? This is the send off to the DCEU. We going to a new era.
I'm still confused about all that.
Yeah, I'm still like I said, 'cause Aquaman comes out at the end of the year, so
And it's still what's his face? Momoa.
Jason Mimosas.
Is the Johnny Depp wife? Is she gonna be in it too?
Prob.
Hell
I don't think
no.
she. I don't think she is.
Oh, okay.
I don't
They
think
got
she
rid of
is.
her.
I've been hearing they basically took her out the film.
Yeah.
'Cause, yeah.
That's crazy. That's his
Interesting.
love. That's his love interest, right?
I don't know if they're gonna recast her or if they're just
I
gonna
don't
act
know.
like she never existed.
Which is crazy because y'all let Ezra get away with all this shit, but y'all won't let her. So,
But the movie's not filmed. I feel like they didn't.
no,
wanna
it was
spend
filmed. It has been filmed. 'Cause
Oh,
it was,
Aquaman's been filmed already.
yeah, most of it because it was supposed to come out in February,
Oh.
but they pushed it back to Christmas.
Oh wow, interesting. They pushed it back because they're taking.
well,
her
they're
out?
saying she's
But
still
you're
in
taking
it.
her out. Oh,
I
see,
think she's in.
well,
Whatever
Oh
y'all talking
wow,
She may-
DC is gonna become an issue.
Could
DC
be.
is going to become an issue. They have 2 very problematic people. That's wild.
They thinking y'all niggas gonna come watch this shit regardless.
I didn't like the first Aquaman. I don't give a fuck about the second
But
one.
there's a lot of people who love Aquaman.
Really?
Yeah.
Yes.
The
Yes.
movie, not the comic. The
The
movie.
movie, yeah.
Wow.
Yes.
No, the movie hit.
It made
for
$1
folks.
billion. It made over $1 billion.
That was all women showing up to see him with his shirt off.
And then they're gonna come back and see him with his shirt off again.
Interesting. Okay.
All right. Well, those are our thoughts on The Flash. Please let us know what you guys think. FPS Podcast is a Reddit thread. It's also our handle for IG and Twitter.
Thanks
And
y'all for coming through. Nick didn't thank nobody. It was 200 people in here.
Yep.
I was just
So
about to
for
say,
Nick,
I was just about to say,
thank y'all.
Thank y'all for
No, you
being here
wasn't.
live on Father's Day. I said that in the top of the
No, you
show.
didn't.
But you know, Father's Day ended at 1, so remember? So they got shit to do. So they're like, all right.
Yo, grandfather's time, right?
That's why there's so many people now, because they finally got away from their wives.
We appreciate y'all once again. Please like and subscribe to the YouTube channel and also become a patron as well. We'll catch you all live next month with our mid-year reviews. We out. Peace.
Peace.